everybody, and welcome to another episode of Awakened Pixels, the old school RPG, TTRPG, as fun to play as it is to say. My name is Thomas, I'm going to be your dungeon game master today, and I'm joined by my amazing players. Say hello, amazing players.
Hello!
And we are once again joined by Shay Foxy. Thank you so much for joining us again, reprising the role of Tsunari the Barbarian. Very excited to see her in action again. So without wasting any time, let's get straight to it. We begin seeing a small, colorful, and adorably compact seaplane that is gliding in stark contrast to the smoky haze and sinister skies above the dreaded Blightlands. As its propeller twirls, the plane banks, making a gentle turn towards the mighty and imposing Doomhold that rests atop an ancient peak. Within the cockpit of this seaplane is an adorable, large-beaked bird that is piloting this craft with arms poking through a series of chains that wrap around its body. Sorry, I was just to check that the live thing was working. It was. Anyway, there is a voice that appears from behind this bird, and a person says, "Terribly sorry about all the chains," says the Vile Lord, looming just behind the pilot's seat. "I know it's a little inconvenient, but the alternative is seeing you obliterated as soon as you hit the barrier, which we can both agree is more inconvenient." The bird speaks up and says, "Oh, it's no biggie. It's like we always say, you gotta buckle up for the landing, ha!" There is laughter that fills the cockpit, and the Vile Lord has a gentle laugh, just going, "That is true. Good one, pilot. Now, take us in just over there. The really big and scary fortress riddled with spikes that appears to be an eternal lightning storm swirling ominously above." The Vile Lord at this moment is caught snacking on some in-flight peanuts, waving his hand around until he can speak again. "Yes, there's a pool of blood on the roof. You could probably land this thing there." "Pool of blood? Very fancy. Must have set you back a lot of bells for that one, huh?" Suddenly, bang! There is a loud bang on the roof of the plane. Both the pilot and the Vile Lord look up at the ceiling. "Is your vehicle supposed to be making such sounds?" Then there is a slam on the front of the cockpit glass as a man affixes himself with a wrist-launched grappling hook. The dodo yells frantically, saying, "Hey, authorized passengers and flight staff only, and you need to be in your seat for all landing and takeoff procedures." The Vile Lord, quizzical, steps forward into the cockpit. "And who the devil are you meant to be?" "You can call me Scorpio. I am here to end your oppressive regime." "How in the many video game representations of hell did you get here? The Chaos Barrier is meant to stop interlopers." "Then it makes sense that I was able to pass it. I am an agent of chaos." Wait. You can't be an agent of chaos. I'm an agent of chaos. Hell, I'm the head honcho of chaos. You are the head honcho of a totalitarian repressive regime, are you not? Well, yes, you got me there, but we represent a kind of entropic end to all things and fear of experiencing barbarism that will result in undermining of all supposedly good and order of things. That seeks to bring clarity to a world of senseless violence and the terror of the unknown, as opposed to the wise and just laws of the righteous society. Read a damn fancy novel. I don't have time for this. Agreed. It looks like this is your stuff. The door of the cockpit flies open with a swoosh as Scorpio expertly slides inside while flinging the Vile Lord out into the cold darkness above the Blightland. "Wait, what are you doing?" "Ah!" And as he falls through the sky, the small plane slowly getting smaller above his head, the Vile Lord just furrows his eyebrows and goes, "Today is proving to be a real pain in my keister." And as he is plummeting, he looks down at the dreaded Doomhold below him that he is rapidly descending to and says, "Just one of those days, I suppose. At least it can't get any worse." And then he slams through the rooftop of the Doomhold, his hit points shuddering ever so slightly from the trivial amount of damage that he received from the fall. Brushing himself off, he snaps his fingers and summons a smoky shade out of thin air. And it speaks with a raspy voice, saying, "My lord, we have been searching for you. Well, lucky for you that my flight came in early. Now, listen, I want you to put a bounty up for one Scorpio. Space age grappling hook, infinite parachute bag, punch on for throwing people out of moving vehicles. My lord, there is news of dire importance. Don't interrupt. Get the bounty at, say, 50,000 GP, and whoever takes it out can keep the infinite parachute bag as well. Someone's trying to free all the prisoners, my lord. Our forces were decimated by some kind of Halloween queen, and now all the prisoners from our raids are being sprung. Oh, this day! Fine. Let's check the Wicked Witch's scrying mirror. I'll see what's going on and how many people I need to kill to deal with this. Ascending a spiral staircase to the now abandoned Wicked Witch's study, the Vile Lord approaches a mirror made of bright crystal. Alright, listen up, Magic Mirror. I'm having a bad day. I have no time for your silly little parlor games. Show me the cause of the problems in my dungeon, or I'll replace you with, let's be honest, a far more practical video camera surveillance system. Fearful of the prospect of losing its job to a machine, the mirror complies. A cloud of magic is reflected in the crystal that suddenly gives way to a number of familiar faces. Those blasted uppity, orb-gathering cretins are here? Don't they have something better to do with their time? The mirror goes on to reveal the faces of some gnomes, an eye-patched stealth operative, and, most curiously of all, the expressionless, idle, animated faces of none other than the Lightsworn heroes. The Vile Lord's eyes widen. They're here. They're here. Cut to the dungeon of the Doomhold, where one Luciphine, the Halloween Queen, went out in truly the most epic blaze of glory, holding back the rampaging waves of the forces of chaos who are desperately trying to ram their way back into the dungeons to stop the prisoner breakout that is currently happening, initiated by Stoobs, Rosalind, some gnomes, and a stealth operative known as Solid Salamander. And during all this chaos, the gnomes are gathering up various bits of scrap and pieces of torturing devices that are strewn about the dungeons, and currently mapping out blueprints for specialized powers that they can use to defend the prisoners as they escape. And indeed, it seems like the mechanics of your world have twisted around once again, as it is no longer as simple as just walking up to something and hitting it till it dies. You now must create a labyrinthine death trap with powers to ensure that the prisoners can escape from the twisting hallways of the dungeon. So, Roz and Stu, during all this chaos and bedlam, you've got prisoners running out through your the exit you've created. You've got hordes of chaos forces who are now only just overcoming the power that was Luciphine, the Halloween Queen, and her second and final form. You've got some gnomes quickly creating blueprints, asking for suggestions of what they could possibly use to create hastily in this moment. What are the two of you doing right now?
Stoobs is just trying to direct traffic because there's a lot of unawakened NPCs and she's just like trying to
they keep insisting to tell you, like, did you know you can jump by
yes, we know, go!
What's more, you know there are many devious traps in this dungeon, as well as some dire crocodiles that were kept as pets as well. So yes, you're doing everything you can to ensure that people get out as quickly and as smoothly as possible. Roz, what are you up to at the moment?
So, talking with Luciphine last week, and she had mentioned that, you know, a lot of plants are poisonous, and I haven't not spent much time on poisonous plants. So I think I'm just kind of like going through the list of all the flowers in this game world and being like, figuring out which ones have the strongest and scariest kinds of poisons that would make a really good, like, massive bomb.
Love it. That sounds great. You also, while you're going through your almanac of possible poisons to create, you do also have a rocket launcher slung over your shoulder, a gift from Solid Salamander, who just started to see if he could get access to the cantification machine, while all the many forces of chaos in their home turf seem to be distracted. Great. So at this time, the gnomes have finalized their plans and are kind of like giving it to both of you to see if everything is ready for approval. Of course, you do not have time for such things, so you just kind of give the green stamp to whatever they think works. At this time, as if things were going badly enough already, the twist of the game world and mechanics and the crushing difficulty of Phantasio trying to process the many character sprites and physics calculations happening right now causes a little bit of instability.
Oh, lovely.
So I'm going to add 8 to the instability there, which is going to bring it up to 20. Love it.
Oh,
no.
We're at 20 out of 20 instability. So you see just like textures on the walls just shifting and moving around, swapping here and there. Bits of the light is just appearing in strange places. The sprites of various prisoners just turning into horrible just abominations before your eyes as you see like unwrapped textures just like hello engulfing these people and then snapping back to normal again. Everything's getting a bit weird, like there's some little bit of anti-gravity happening with a couple of the lighter objects here as well. Things are at a breaking point, and that is the point where you see a massive streak of red lightning that carves through the ceiling of this place and opening up a rift lead before you. You hear the sound of a terrifying metallic groaning, just and then a sort of synthesized roar. And then stepping through with a mechanized big dinosaur foot, a massive cyborg dinosaur appears before you. And standing astride this creature is none other than your old friend Tsunari the Barbarian. And suddenly, the rift lead closes up again.
I thought we were gonna have to fight a dinosaur for a second there. Oh my goodness.
Fairy child, small beastie. It's good to see you again.
It's fair to say, Tsunari, that the fairy and dog you once knew have gone through a slight metamorphosis, much like yourself, potentially.
Does she even recognize her? Probably not.
You probably don't recognize Stoobs unless you see above her, like, her name, which, given the world you're from, you might do.
Okay.
But you see that Rosalind is now dressed up as, like, a really cool pirate fairy, and Stoobs is now just a human wearing flannel. Is that what it looks like?
Well, actually, Rosalind has been wearing her formal outfit. And,
that's right.
Yes.
She
And
just
the
never
fact
switched
that
out of it.
Luciphine gave her a bloodstone tiara, so...
Okay, so instead of that, she would say, Fairy child, where's your small beastie? It's good to see you again.
It's good to see you too. I'm still an adult, but small beastie grew up into a werewolf.
Oh, larger beastie.
Yes.
Yes.
It's good to see you both. I
It's
have been
great
on
to
many
see you.
adventures since last time we saw each other. Holds up her now much more mechanized blade that's been
Yes.
upgraded since the last time you saw it.
Yes.
And
It's got
has
some
like
kind
on
of,
like a gauntlet with like cybernetic stuff going all the way up her arms. She's wearing like actual armor now instead of like semi-rag armor.
A lot
And it
of,
looks
like-
way too technological.
plasma and neon everywhere, a lot of shiny
Yes.
met chrome and stuff like that. You see also Tsunari, you probably don't remember the names of them very much, but you recognize the gnomes who you met before. The last time you saw them, they were going off with Pinsel to find the Lightsworn heroes. Right now, you're just in this weird dungeon complex. The gnomes are scurrying around desperately, trying to assemble some kind of devices, which immediately kind of perks you up because you see crafting happening. And you also feel like something weird is happening right now. Bless you.
Sorry.
So I'm going to say that we have now entered the realm of tower defense. And this is going to have some special rules. So first of all, let me share something with you on Roll20. This is slightly complex, but I'll quickly go over it just so that people listening have an idea of what's happening. I won't spend too much time on it so we can get to the action. Basically, our series of turns are changing ever so slightly. There's now going to be tower management phase, where you can construct a tower or scrap a tower to get half its cost back. Then the battle management phase, where you can fight people trying to destroy your towers or assist in the defense of the waves itself. And then the actual waves will be launched, where the forces of chaos will make a roll. Your defense towers will make a roll. Whoever gets higher wins. And it all comes down to getting the prisoners out of here. There are 100 prisoners currently. Your goal is to try and get as many of them out as possible. The better your towers do against the interloping waves, the more will escape. The worse they do, the more will be recaptured and lost for good. So, with that in mind, let's begin the first round of tower defense. And this is something I haven't tested at all, so the numbers could go very bad very quickly. But on your sheet, there is a list of how much each tower costs. Every tower representing one of our fine guests that we have had here on Awakened Pixels, their essence, helping you out, even though they are not here in person. Your current scrap, as the gnomes are going about gathering it from various torture devices, is 10. And each of you can do exactly one thing during these 3 phases of tower defense. So if you build a tower, you cannot assist with defense or fight off minions or stuff like that. So choose wisely. Right now, there is a massive labyrinth in front of you that is completely devoid of most things. Forces of chaos are behind a portcullis on one side, just trying to get it open. Was there anything somebody would immediately like to do?
Okay, so what roll do you have to make to build a tower?
You do. It gets done automatically. The gnomes are handling that.
It's just done? Okay.
Yes. Now, if you would like to create an advantage to make a tower better or something like that, that is an option open.
Okay. What? Okay, so we have 10. This is like, okay, we have 10 available scrap.
Yes.
Okay.
Forgive me while my players read all the information I just threw at them at the last minute.
And I have brought any scrap with me, considering my background.
Ooh, interesting. Go ahead and roll clever, and we'll see if you have. With a 3, I'll say you brought 3 extra scrap. So now you have 30 to start with. Great job. So now immediately just like produces some metallic objects out of her inventory.
I'm gonna just attack them. That's an option, right?
That is,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. I'm going to just, put some magic and some bombs, maybe like a sleep poison, and just attack them with that.
Sounds good. All right, so when we get to that phase, we can do that. Is anybody making a tower at this time?
Sure, I'll start helping make a tower.
Okay, what tower would you like to create, Tsunari?
Let's do the Baneblade Tower.
All right, inspired by the prowess of Princess Bane, you quickly go and supervise some gnomes, give them some tips on cyborg enhancements, and create a very cool Baneblade Tower, which is just a tower that just fires swords. That's all it does, and it's incredible. So a Baneblade Tower gives your defense rolls a +1 with every tower you create. So put that down here. So good work. You hear the sound of a tower being constructed. Stoops, are you doing anything with towers at this time?
Yes, I would like to... Oh, man. Okay, so we have one person fighting. We have one person building towers. So I guess I'll I'll help with battle management somehow, I guess.
Okay, sounds good.
So I guess I will assist with defense, yeah.
Great. Perfect. All right. So you've constructed towers. At this point, there are a few sort of sneaky chaos saboteurs who see that you are trying to create death trap for them and their allies. So they're coming in to try and stop it. The gnomes are screaming in peril as you're doing this. So Rosalind, as you see kind of like these sneaky people with these barrels of explosives coming up, what do you do?
Yeah, I am going to use my poisoned bombs now, so hopefully it'll put them to sleep and explode their own bombs on them.
Love it. Sounds flashy or clever, so go ahead and roll either of those.
Let's go with flashy.
Okay. And
I'm
these...
going to re-roll that.
Okay. What are you doing? What are you invoking to do?
With my reckless thing, because playing with
This
explosions
is definitely reckless. Okay,
very
go
reckless.
ahead and spend a fate point.
And let's just redo that to a 2. I'll take it.
A 2.
It's better than a 1.
It is. All right. I'll roll for this saboteur. They currently have nothing in terms of defending themselves from fairy bombs. So we'll see how this goes for them. They get a -3, which means that you utterly obliterate the first of the saboteurs. You fling your bomb, and it immediately explodes, detonates everything that they have, and proceeds to put the ashes that remain to sleep. So good work, completely cleaned up. Excellent. Meanwhile, you hear the sound of the portcullis opening up, and the forces of chaos just going charge, and they start running through this labyrinth as prisoners are all trying to escape. The Bane Blade Tower starts firing swords here and there. Stoops, how are you assisting with defense? What are you doing?
So I think that she is.
Oh no, we just lost Stoops. Oh, there she
A
is.
full werewolf, so I'm going to expend a fate point
Sounds
to
great.
assist with this.
I love getting fate points, so thank you. Sorry, you were lagging a bit there, but I think you're back.
Okay, yeah. My internet is doing weird things. I keep getting a message about it. So it should, hopefully it will stay normal. But anyways, so we're going full werewolf.
Okay.
And I am going to run through the ranks of the opposing forces and just try to... This is going to sound weird, but I just want to see if I can grab the weapons out of their hands as I'm going.
Oh, interesting. Would you say, are you trying
and
to...
lead them on like a wild goose chase kind of a thing.
That sounds really cool. That can be forceful or clever, your choice. So go ahead and roll that. And then...
+2 from werewolf, which is a good thing. Actually, we're gonna re-roll that.
Okay, you did just invoke werewolf, so go ahead and go for a re-roll. As you leap into the ranks, you just like grab swords and like throw them onto your back, grab magical staves, and just start running away with them. And you hear the sounds of these people just being like, "Hey, werewolf stole my sword!" And you got a 3, excellent. So adding to the defense, basically we half whatever you rolled there and add that to the roll of the defenders. So they'll get a 1 next time as a bonus. Excellent. So the wave of the forces of chaos charges forward. To start with, on wave 1, they are going to have a bonus of nearly nothing. So the attackers, oh goodness, do very well, getting a 6. Now the defenders are going to roll. Would one of you like to roll this?
Sure. What?
Go ahead and do /R 4DF, and then we're going to add, let's see, 1 from your Bane Blade Tower, and then 1 from Stupid's Help, so +2. Excellent. A 2.
Oh my god.
Immediately, the forces of chaos slam into some of the slower and less awakened of the NPCs you're trying to free from this prison. And you just hear the sounds of as peasants and nobles alike are being captured in these strange devices and hauled away via balloons that disappear into portals, and they are gone. So honestly, not the best way a first round could have gone, but you had some very unfortunate luck. So that means that so after each wave, 2d10 prisoners escape, +5. So 10 escaped, and then minus the 4 that got chomped, so a total of 6 escaped.
Hey,
So that's pretty good.
Better than 0.
Well done there. Excellent. You hear the sounds of the prisoners that they're running kind of through the tunnels, just like, which way do we go? And then they find the really disgusting sewer entrance leading back to Rat City. They're like, oh, you can't be serious. And so it pushes them in, and they start fleeing in that direction. All right, that was...
tell them how to get through the house.
I think, no, you have rat reinforcements who are there to help people get through.
Okay.
So you don't need to worry about that. All right, it is a new round. So the gnomes have collected some scrap for you. So your scrap increases by 7. So you now have a total of 16. So first things first, anybody making a tower?
Yes.
I think we should make the Halloween tower.
That's the one I was going to say.
Love it. The Halloween tower, you can only have 1, but it has one of the most powerful bonuses, which is that it gives you a fate point every turn.
She pulls out a bunch of skulls from her
Yes,
packs.
because of course you have skulls.
Because of course she has skulls, and goes over and starts, handing the skulls and bones to them and, helping them make the Halloween tower.
Excellent. Yeah, the gnomes, fortunately there's so many skeletons hanging on the walls of this place that it's really easy to make a very spooky tower. And both you and the gnomes construct an incredible Halloween tower. Great, so starting next turn, you'll all get a fate point every turn. So feel free to start going a little nuts with your invocations if you would like. And feel free to feed me your fate points. Anybody
I was
else
gonna
building
say,
a
there's
tower?
a reason saying that. I would actually like to build the Soccer Mom Tower.
The Soccer Mom Tower, inspired by Stacy and her protective, motherly ways. You want to make a Soccer Mom Tower. Excellent. Yes, this has the effect that it lets more prisoners escape. So that's
Yes.
great. Cool. So that costs 5 scrap. Let's go.
I feel like that's a good thing to have considering what just happened with that roll.
To be fair, a 0 is the middle of the bell curve, so it's completely average roll.
It's true.
All right. Okay, Roz, are you building a tower? Or are you going to do something else?
I probably
differential.
Rosalind is more on the destruction end of
Mhm.
things rather than the creating side.
Sounds good. All right, let's move to the next phase then. There are currently no saboteurs that you can see right now. Would you like to aid with the battle management, Roz?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I help make traps for people coming in, the bad guys?
You can attempt to create an advantage if you would like to just have something on the board to invoke.
I would like to make some very painful roses just ready to
Yes.
stab people
Hell
with
yes.
extra large pointy marks.
Love it. Go ahead and make a flashy create an advantage roll, and we'll see how you do. We'll say this is very easy for you, but yes. Okay, so this is easy for you. So you need a 2 to do this.
Okay.
You got a 3. Excellent. So that would succeed if I weren't invoking the regional aspect of this place called Chaos Territory. So I'm going to spend a fate point to give you a -2, resulting in a 1. Now, you can still invoke something if you would like. Alternatively, if you take the 1, that means that for creating an advantage, you can either choose to not create it, or you can, but it gives your opponent a free invocation of something.
I'm not very fond of giving opponents free anything.
Makes sense.
We're getting so many fate points, but also I don't want to give you all these fate points.
What? It's not like I've been using them for anything.
I think it's okay to just let this roll just be a null. Just
Okay.
nothing happens this
Yeah.
turn.
You try and cut your roses, and immediately, the second wave comes through, start stomping on them a little too much before they can really grow very far, before the thorns can get extra spiky, and sadly, they do not have much of an effect, apart from adding to some color of these dreadful dungeons. Excellent. Okay, so now let's resolve the wave. More forces of chaos come flooding in, more than before. Who would like to roll the defense this time?
I guess I will. Let's just do a rotation.
Okay.
So that is /R 4DF, correct?
Yep, 4DF, and then you're adding 2 to this, 1 from the tower and 1 from that other thing I've already forgot.
Are there any spaces in there?
Yes, next, after R.
Oh, right. Okay.
Excellent.
Okay, not great. 3.
3, okay. Remember,
Better than
these
2.
these rolls, by the way, can absolutely be influenced by aspects as well. So let's see what we get. Forces of Chaos get a 2, which is a success. So, you kind of man the towers. You get ready to defend these prisoners as they flee, and let's see how many escape. 15 prisoners plus 1 thanks to the Soccer Mom Tower, very quickly escorting these prisoners away. That's an extra 15 with 0 casualties that time around. What an incredible improvement over the last time, but there are also a lot of random elements changing things, so that's how it goes sometimes. All right, 75 prisoners remain. Let's start a new turn. Anybody? Oh, let's roll for scrap. Let's see what the gnomes gather for everybody. Another 7. Excellent. So you're back at 16 scrap. Would anybody like to make a tower?
Yes, I want to pull out my forge and just plop it down and just start making swords and handing them to make more Baneblade Tower.
Okay, excellent. Making another Baneblade Tower, fantastic. That's going to cost 5 scrap.
Yeah.
4 scrap. Excellent. So that's going to give you an additional +1 to your defense rolls. Very good, very good. Anybody else making a tower at this time?
I think I will. Actually, let's get a dank cloud tower.
Yes. A tower reflecting the green resplendence of Danky Kang. You quickly conjure one up, and immediately just a foul, acrid cloud of smoke starts to be emitted from it. Excellent. So you create the Dank Cloud Tower, and that costs. Where is it?
I think
That
it
costs 4 as well.
was- Yeah.
Excellent. And this gives a penalty to your attacker's rolls. So good work there. You see as the foul smoke immediately enters the lungs of these attackers, and they're just like, whoa, what? Excellent. Anybody else making a tower?
How much scrap do we have left?
You have 12 left. Oh wait,
We
no,
have
sorry.
12 left?
You have 8 left after that.
How much?
8.
8. Yeah, I will make a tea shop tower. So
A tea shop tower. Love it. So this is in memory of Grandis. Blessed may he be wherever he is right now, hopefully running his tea shop in the middle of a volcano. You create a tea shop tower, and this has the effect of clearing one of your stress boxes every turn. So when the saboteurs get a little bit more frisky, this will certainly come in handy.
maybe
By the
set it
way,
up early rather than later.
yes, Rosin Stoops, if you haven't already, reset your stress. And everybody gain a fate point if you are not currently at full as well from the powers of the Halloween Tower. Spreading Halloween decorations just all over the place and filling the place with Halloween cheer. Okay, so there's nobody left to do any action, so we're going to go straight to the saboteurs. You see a big ogre coming through, sees the power coming from one of the Baneblade towers, and immediately just goes, I don't like it, and starts wailing against it. This ogre's going to get gets a 2, which isn't great. Tower's natural defense, a 2. This ogre is just headbutting his tower again and again and again and again, but it is not falling right now. You fear what the ogre can do if left unchecked too long, however. Let's bring it to the next wave. The portcullis flies open. You see various casters and like gross mutated creatures hauling themselves through this place as more prisoners try to flee their cells. Who would like to roll for defense?
Your turn, Nevi.
I think
Oh no, what do I roll?
it's Nevi's turn.
You're gonna roll 4d and then plus you have 2 towers. I think that's it actually.
4DF?
Yes, for fudge dice.
Okay. Slash R 4DF plus
And then
what?
plus 2.
Plus 2. I don't like rolling. It's scary. Slash R. Oh, different R. Slash R. 4.
And the towers start firing. For a total of 1.
Can I invoke to have improved that?
What would you like to invoke?
Because she's a builder. Barbarian builder warrior.
Excellent. That works great. Yes, you can.
And was working on it.
You can say we're souping it up. So, would you like to add 2 to that roll or re-roll it?
I want to add 2 to it.
Excellent. So a total of 3 for that roll. Very good.
Right.
As the souped up towers enter overdrive, just firing more and more swords. Forces of Chaos get a 2, which is not enough against the 3 you just created. However, I'm going to invoke Chaos Territory to give them a +2. Now, it does mean I lose a fate point. Which is, you know, gotta get rid of my fate point somehow.
I invoke rocket launcher to just like bless to counteract that.
Great. You only have 1 shot with this rocket launcher. Are you sure? Because it's a
We
boost.
also have a Steve science cannon. I have a lot of big Oh yeah.
All right, you take the rocket launcher given to you by Solid Salamander and just go, oh, I still have this. And as it launches and obliterates an entire section of monsters that were just about to plump on these prisoners, just leaving cinders and pixels in the sky. Well played, Rosalind, well played. I almost got you. All right, great work. Let's see how many prisoners escaped this time. Da-da-da. We're going to do +6, sucker mom. Oh, wow, I rolled double ones, everybody. That's very unfortunate.
They were scared by the rocket. That's
well,
fair.
Thankfully, it means none of them died, but not too many of them escaped. So now 29 have escaped. And now I will do simple mathematics.
And we got a bonus one because of soccer mom. So
Yes, that's why it's a +6 instead of a +5.
Yay!
And that's now a... Oh, all right. Great work. 67 prisoners remain. By the way, if you would like to just cut your losses and run, you can do that at any time. It will come at the cost of all prisoners getting, glomped again. But we're into a new round. Anybody making a tower? Let's roll for scrap.
Roll for scrap.
The gnomes are like, get that scrap in here! All right, you get 6 scrap this turn. For a total of 40.
Let's start working on that crafty barb tower.
Oh, yes, the one made in your honor. The crafty barb tower.
Was it?
That reduces,
I gotta make my own tower.
It reduces the cost of all towers by 1, so definitely a good investment. You immediately get to work crafting that, so we get to say there's one of these now.
Pulling out scrap and helping them again.
Yeah.
Pulls out her hammer and is beating on the towers.
I imagine you have like bits and doodads from various games, and it's just like these weird metal contraptions you're just plugging into sockets, just like, this'll do it. Excellent. So the crafty barb tower is expensive, so that's going to be 7 away from your scrap. Excellent, but you've created it. What do you think in your mind does a crafty barb tower look like that helps? Is it like an auto builder kind of thing?
Yes, totally going to have like some automation mechanics going on because she's obviously visited one of the factory games.
Yes, love it. That's great. A little conveyor belt there as well. Fantastic.
Yes.
Anybody else making a tower?
I would like to do something else this turn. So.
Sounds good. What about you, Rose?
I'm better at blowing things up.
Fair enough. That's very fair. All right, moving on to the next phase. The saboteurs. This big ogre is going to try and smash one of the towers, but you are there to intercept it potentially, Ross, if you would like.
I'm gonna jump from the tower I'm standing on and just try to slice it with my sword.
Damn, that's so cool. That can be flashy or forceful. That's rad as hell.
Awesome. I will go with forceful. Sorry, my mic broke. It is too high right now. So
oh no.
If I take a little bit longer, it's because I'm trying not to die.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, I'll fix it after my turn.
So you got 2. This ogre creature got a 3. Just
Yeah, I'm gonna use a fate point to just up it to 5.
Invoking what? How are you doing this?
Definitely reckless. Jumping off a tower is very reckless.
There are just so many swords in the air as well that you have to dodge because they're just being flung everywhere.
It's like a mini game of its own. I'm like dancing a revolution down here of dodging swords.
Excellent. Love it. So you have dealt 1 damage to this ogre creature. And you can see its health bar is about a third of the way down. All right. Stoobs, what would you like to do?
So, you can tell me that I can't do this, but so the forces of chaos are coming in through like a portcullis, correct?
Yes, they're attacking in waves.
Okay. Can I sabotage the gate so that fewer people can get through, or like it delays them?
You could create an advantage to try and set that up. You can't affect the numbers without a tower currently, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So we could flavor it as you create an advantage, and then when the enemy rolls really well, you can be like,
that's kind of what I wanted to do.
Sounds
was
great.
that it would give us some extra time or whatever. We give us
Yeah.
plus on roll or something
Great.
like that.
Sounds very
So
clever.
yes.
So go ahead and roll that. And you're still in your werewolf form, just like smashing at the mechanism of this thing.
Yes.
Great.
Just
We'll
we're
say
trying to
this is
sabotage.
This is difficulty 3, which you immediately did. So good job there. I am going to invoke
Okay.
Chaos Territory as a bunch of pointed spears come out and start like poking you and getting you away from there. So I'm going to give you a -2 on that roll, so that's only a 1.
Then I am going to invoke Werewolf to say that I can just muscle through it.
Fair enough. These are not spears made of silver. Excellent. Great work. Okay. So now the
I'm gonna
next
have to
wave
give that one
comes.
to my players. Werewolf through it.
Yes.
All right, so you have successfully created the advantage. What should we call this? Sabotaged mechanism. All right, and there's now one free invocation of that for whenever you all need it. Okay, the wave, slightly annoyed as the werewolf floods in. Stupid, you find yourself flung to one side and they start charging down the hallways trying to stop these things. Who would like to roll the tower defense?
I think it's me now.
Okay,
Yep.
it is still sitting at a fudge dice +2 currently.
Come on, come on, come on.
3 this time.
Nice work.
It's a little better.
3. The Forces of Chaos got a 4.
Ugh.
Anybody would like to invoke anything?
Yes, I'm going to invoke again.
What would you like to invoke?
I'm gonna invoke my Cyber Dino mount
Yes.
as my Cyber Dino, which is like this big scary raptor type creature,
Yeah.
goes over and starts attacking the waves.
Love it. Immediately, there's really like speedy, sort of like very fast robed creatures that are like running through this place very fast, and immediately chomp, one of them just runs into the jaws of your massive mighty dino mount, and you just hear gog 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 gog. Fantastic. Excellent. I am also going to invoke Chaos Territory once again because you are in the stronghold of the bad guys. And a trap door you see flings open, a secret in this place, and out of it some chaos forces spring out and start attacking from behind your tower defense, and it's very frustrating, and sadly that means you're going to lose one person this time around. All right, let's see how many prisoners escaped. 17 that time. Holy goodness.
Woo!
Nice work there. It's going to be 30. It's going to be 36 have now successfully escaped. Great work, everybody. You've got a third of the prisoners out. Very good. And that's a really easy number to minus, so thank you for that. There are now 50 prisoners remaining, and 5 have been irretrievably lost to the strange machines of the Forces of Chaos. Let's start a new round. If you have a you can remove it. Go ahead and add a fate point if you are not currently full. And who would like to make a tower? Oh, crap. Gotta get that scrap. And then gnomes. The gnomes give you only 4 scrap this time. They're like, we're running out of torture devices.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to create another Baneblade tower.
Okay, love
Yep.
it. Sounds very good. That's going to cost 4. So now you have a +3 to your defense rolls. Wonderful.
And hammering out more swords and just tossing them to
Clang,
them.
clang, clang. They're still glowing red hot from the forge as well. It looks so cool. Excellent work there. So it's going to be -4 scrap for you. Anybody else making a tower?
We're kind of low on scrap right now. I don't like it. I think I'm gonna do something else this turn.
Okay. And Roz, I presume no towers for you?
No.
Okay. So that ogre is still there trying to smash these towers. What do you do, Rosalind, to counteract this ogre creature?
Yeah. Nothing cool. I just stab him a lot.
You can do forceful or quick for that. So if you're doing it a lot, I imagine you're moving quite quickly.
It'll be forceful.
You got a 4. That's wonderful. Good work there. The ogre gets a -1, which is enough to kill it outright. You stab this thing until it just starts bleeding pixels over the place. It turns to you as if to say, okay, I'm going to have to deal with you now. And then it dies because it has no health left. Just onto the ground. Another saboteur defeated. Stoobs, are you going to assist with defense?
Yeah.
All right.
So am going to pull out, well, I guess open the box that Rosalind gave me with the mystery weapon inside.
Yes, the mysterious item pilfered from Baron Barman's vault. Yes, what do we see? What glowing item appears in this box?
So, thinking back to when we were actually in Gloom,
Mhm.
and Stoobs was armed with a laser,
Yes.
but also Stoobs has shown a penchant for guns.
Uh-huh.
And so I present you with a gleaming laser rifle,
Oh.
Mass Effect.
It is glowing. It is beautiful. It has all sorts of sci-fi doodads all over it. Wonderful. Is this creating an advantage for yourself of looks like a weapon you can deploy now? Or are you...
Yes.
Is this your attack?
Well, actually, let's just say it's the attack
Love
because
it.
I definitely want to test this out.
There's a dial on it that has like some alien script on it that you don't know what it means, but you just crank it up all the way and you just hear...
Yes. Oh, yeah.
That sounds flashy as hell. So go ahead and
This
roll
is bad.
flashes.
It's not good.
Bear in mind you can use aspects for this if you need to as well.
Okay.
As your new weapon appears, it's a
Oh.
-2.
Oh, what
Is there any
that?
aspect you can justify to make that not bad?
Oh man.
Did
I
you blow
don't see
yourself
how-
up?
Actually, I'm gonna say I'm gonna use a Wi-Fi connection to
Okay.
re-roll to say that she understands how those things work because it is inherently technological.
All right, sounds good.
Everything, and she understands that. So we're just gonna re-roll and hope and pray
It
for
has
something
a-
better.
It has like a smart link that you can tap into your brain.
Yes.
All right, so go ahead and reroll. That's now a 3. That's so much better. Turns out it's good when you read the instruction manuals of terrifying space age weaponry. Excellent. So you do that. That's going to add a that's going to add a 1 to the bonus, but you know every bit counts. So who
Better
would
than
like
nothing.
to roll defense?
It's Tube's turn.
Oh, I think it's my
Stoops,
turn now.
take the lead as just a
Okay.
hail of laser fire ignites this room with a laser show, beautiful colors bouncing
Oh,
around.
shoot. What was the plus to this? Is
Plus
it
right now is going to be +3 from your 3
3?
Bane
three?
Blade
Okay,
towers.
So then,
6.
so that is
A 6.
6
Nice.
total. Yes.
Excellent.
Okay. Okay.
6, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's do the forces of chaos, who are once again, their waves are increasing in strength. They get a 3. So what that translates to is that you managed to easily defeat them with your 6. So good work there. You hear the sounds of just blades being forged and flung into the towers that are just firing more blades. The fetid cloud of the of the dank cloud tower poisoning the various forces of chaos who try to move through this place. Some tea being deposited to those of you who need a quick pick me up, and of course Halloween decorations everywhere from your Halloween tower. Love it. So let's see who escapes with the help of the Soccer Mom Tower. I imagine at this point it's just created very small minivans that can now help just transport people. And with that, 24 people escape. That is absolutely incredible. Holy hell. Now 60 prisoners have made their ways to Rat City, the safety and sanctuary of it therein. Great work, everybody. Wow. Okay, so can we lower it down to... There are now only 26 prisoners left. And you see that behind the portcullis, there is a large, imposing figure who is stepping through the crowd. She wields 2 blades, has very flowing hair, glowing eyes, and a scar across her face. And it is up to you whether you recognize from the very first session the scarred captain, who has undergone a bit of a transformation since you last saw her.
No.
That's fair.
No. A lot has happened, my dude.
Yep.
That was back when Rosalind was not paying attention to anything either. Like, if you weren't saying her name 3 times in a conversation, she wasn't listening.
All right. New round. Anybody creating any towers? Well, before that, let me roll for some
Roll scrap.
scrap. Roll that scrap. 7. Not terrible, not
Okay.
great. Now 16 scrap. Gain a fate point if you're not full already. Yes. Anybody making a tower?
How many of each one can we have? Is my question.
You
'Cause-
can have 5 of most towers, except for some. The Gloom BFG tower is only 1, as is the Halloween tower.
I would. If you guys are okay with this, because it is a high cost. The Gloom Tower?
Oh, the BFG tower that has a small chance of immediately obliterating a wave. So big gamble, but if it pays off, oh, it could really pay off.
What's up? That's fine with me if you want to do
Or-
it.
Okay. So then I would like to start building the Gloom Tower.
Okay, how much does that cost?
That's 9.
That's 9. But thanks to the Crafted Barbarian tower, it is 8.
Oh, right.
So that's good. So let's add a BFG tower here. You just hear the sounds of just very dangerous machinery and radiation flooding the halls as this dreadful weapon has been created. You know that the Gloom Slayer will be proud. Awesome. So that's going to cost you 8. So now 8 scrap left. Any other towers?
I want to keep going with the maybe chances. We could also build the postal one because I don't expect too many people here to be very clever.
I will say
That's
right now,
true.
the Forces of Chaos roll much worse for their clever than they do their forceful. And indeed, the postal puzzle tower forces them to roll careful instead of forceful, or there's a percentage every round.
I think maybe that would be like another like fun maybe one. What do you guys think?
Sure, if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I'll go
Go
with
for it.
that one.
Okay,
I'm like,
Roz.
you know what was hard? Puzzles.
Excellent. So, remembering just in time, the very diligent postal worker, you get to work constructing the postal puzzle tower. It's just a pile of packages and letters everywhere. But what is the cost of the tower? It's 5, so it's going to be 4 now. So now you've created that, and that's going to give you a 25% chance of forcing them to roll clever. So good work there. And your scrap has been reduced by 4. Any other towers?
One question.
Yes,
If you build a tower, you can't fight them this turn, right?
correct. It takes your action to build.
She's actually going to toss her hammer to the nearest gnome at her forge and turn around and raise her axe and stand up against
Ooh.
the captain who's coming,
Love it. That's
preparing
awesome.
to defend instead.
Fantastic. Okay,
This
so yeah.
is the person who ate tinsel, so there's some poetic justice in this.
You technically don't know that.
I know,
but sisterhood of blood.
Blood.
All right, so let's go ahead and roll defense. Tsunari, why don't you take the lead there? Go ahead and roll 4DF plus, you're at +3 currently? Oh, no, sorry,
Yes.
no. Ignore me, do not do that. Go ahead and tell me what you're doing to help the defense, and then we can add your bonus on top of everything else.
Well, she's going to try to go for fightings at this point, so
Just
she's going to
straight up
just
fight.
wade in and
Love it.
start, just straight up, just swinging her axe and going at them, heading towards that captain with like
Perfect.
this fierce expression.
Go ahead and roll forceful, and we'll see. We'll add half of whatever you get here to the final defense roll. And that's a 5, so you're going to add a +2. You can invoke something here if you'd like to increase that a little bit.
Yes, I'm going to go ahead and invoke my Bronen's axe.
Yes, Bronan's mighty axe. Despite all the weaponry you've found, no weapon is truer and better than this one that you have made youthful modifications to. Great. So that means you're now at 7, so you're going to add a +3 bonus to your defense roll. Such is the power of Tsunari, charging into the wave and just cleaving forces of chaos hither and yon. All right. So, yes, go ahead and roll your defense of the waves now. So it's going to be 4DF plus 3 from the tower, and then plus an additional 3, so +6. Goodness gracious.
Okay, who's rolling it?
Who did I roll it last time?
Oh, please don't make me. That's a lot of extra numbers.
Fine, I'll roll it.
Thank you. I love you. You're the best.
So,
40F plus 6.
Correct.
All right, come on. So good luck. Nah, I'm gonna
That is
re-roll
some
that.
bad luck. What are you doing to re-roll this? What are you invoking? Are you justifying it?
I'm just gonna justify it with my Bronan's axe again because.
Well, that will cost another fate point. I will say Sabotage Mechanism is still a free invocation of that on the board if you would like.
Oh well, then let's just use that.
Fantastic. Okay, Sabotage Mechanism is still there, but now it has a fate point to use. And yes, the mechanism prevents people from coming in and flooding you, so you get a free reroll if you would like. Tsunari? With a 9!
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
incredible.
That's a good re-roll.
Incredible. Forces of Chaos are going to likewise attempt to do something.
Oh,
They only
that
get
was a
6.
really good call to reroll.
They only get a 6.
Or we could just make them worse. Just give them like a -2 as well instead of like a reroll.
You could. But given the way this
Does that
works,
achieve anything? Does
as long as
that-
you're tied or they're less than you, it doesn't matter. Because they achieve no victory. Because you obliterate them all before they get a chance. But I am going to invoke Chaos Territory. They're going to summon up some creatures from these dark sigils that they paint onto the ground. So they're going to get a plus. Oh no, I'm just going to reroll. See if we get lucky here. Nope. The dark sigils. Sadly, the summoning time takes so long that the creatures being summoned get killed before they can actually do anything. By the various towers, and of course by Tsunari's mighty axe swinging back and forth in this place. Beautiful. Great. Oh, something I forgot to resolve was actually saboteurs. So, yes, Tsunari, you're charging through this place, trying to reach the captain, getting a nice little sort of face-off duel thing going on here as you kind of look at each other through the hordes of creatures. And she looks at you and just smiles and disappears in a puff of smoke. Rosalind, how do you defend yourself from 2 swords in the back?
No!
In the back?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I have is this person? No, this person's not undead, right?
They technically are not, no.
Okay, just checking because a lot of Forces of Chaos are, and I had a
Yes.
stunt that I forgot about until now. Okay, yeah, I feel like that's something where it's definitely would be more like, okay, I'm gonna use some magic and try to like create a barrier with like flowers. That would be
Sounds good. Go ahead and roll flashy then.
4.
Sounds good. I'm going to invoke one of the captain's hidden aspects to ask for a reroll, please.
Okay.
Oh no.
I can
Yeah.
do that.
It's going to cost me a fate point.
It's a 2.
Now
That's
you have
not
a 2.
too bad.
Okay. And now the captain is going to attack you. What are they doing for this? They're doing one of these. Actually, this will be sneaky, so they're going to get a less bonus than I would like. But what can you do?
Yay.
That's a
Yay!
0 total.
Yay.
Let's see. I technically haven't invoked on this roll yet. Do they have anything that can... Oh, they absolutely have a thing. They're going to invoke their second hidden aspect to... Oh, what do I do,
Like it.
though? It's such a low roll. I guess I'm going to go for the reroll. Here we go. Boop. A tie. Let me just double check what ties do for attacks. I believe that she gets a boost, but no damage. So let me check that. Tie, attacks doesn't hit, but you get a boost. Cool. So we're just going to say that this boost is called, like, Ros's flat foot. So I'll just put flat. All right. So that was that. New turn. No, not new turn. Let's see who escapes. Goodness, we can't forget that. Otherwise, what are we even doing? All right. So 25 prisoners escape,
Oh my god!
leaving only 1 prisoner left,
Only one left.
which is really funny to me.
I feel like he
Oh
got
my
stuck behind a
gosh.
rock and is
But
just
wait,
Yeah,
wait,
You know how to
we
double
have a
jump?
+1. We have a...
That was factored into
Okay, that was... Okay.
Incredible.
I was like, wait.
That last one just couldn't get into the last van.
Like, there's definitely just, yeah, like, they're just waiting patiently, then they get caught in geometry, and they're just walking against it, just like, boop, boop, doop. Great. Okay,
Poor
so,
guy.
new turn. Let's resolve some things. Get a fate point if you're not already at your maximum. Let's roll to see if the Gloom Tower has an effect. We want a 10. Ooh, not this time. You hear it powering up, but not no effect this time around. Any other stuff that I'm forgetting?
Scrap.
Puzzle.
Puzzle.
Postal Puzzle Tower. If we get a 4 on this roll, then that is big enough to use Clever this time. That's a 1. So
Ooh.
the puzzles were breached this time. Did not seem to affect Forces of Chaos and scrap. That's bad. Only 3. The gnomes are really, really running low on things. They're just like, I don't know.
Do we
can
get +1? Or no, that's not +1. It's negative cost. My bad.
Correct. All right. So I believe that's all the things we need to resolve. So, I have not been keeping up with current wave. Whoops, my bad. Well, doesn't really matter at this point. What is everybody doing?
I feel like with this round, I'm just gonna go all out for just attacking them because we only have one person left. So yeah.
Seems reasonable. Is that kind of just how you're all feeling right now?
Yeah, I
It's
think we're
attack
all
time.
at the. Let's just
Mhm.
attack now.
All right, the 3 of you converge with your towers that you built behind you, and you watch as the gate opens once again, and some of the most terrifying, large, spooky creatures of the Forces of Chaos start coming out. We're talking big spiked demons. We're talking flaming elementals. The high-level stuff is coming here, a little higher than the rest of you, but you have a lot of firepower on your side. So let's see how this goes. Right now, though, Rosalind, the captain is attacking you.
I have noticed that.
How are you defending yourself?
I think I have a lot of area effect, or I guess like defending. Oh, so we're on the defending.
Yeah,
turn,
and
not my
then
turn?
you can attack afterwards.
Okay. Then defending, I'm just gonna try to match the blade with my own.
Okay, sounds forceful with the parry, so go ahead and roll forceful.
Ooh, that's not very good.
That's not great, but it could be worse. And the captain is going to use this for ya, and gets a 4 against you.
That's fine.
And I will invoke one of the hidden aspects because I'm just swimming in fate points. Why not?
That's fine. Everything's fine.
To
This is
give
fine.
her a 6. So
That's fine.
Roz, you're going to take 5 points of damage. So
That's.
what are your consequences at right now?
I have a severe and a mild.
Oh,
I wonder if the mild. is
You
close
have
to being
all of your
on.
stress boxes checked?
No, I don't.
No.
But that will fill up all of them. I mean, maybe I
well,
should.
no, because you can only do 1 stress box per bit of damage being in.
Yeah.
So you can reduce this damage by 3, but you're going to have to take that medium consequence.
Oh, that's fine. That's
Okay.
fine.
So go ahead and fill that out. We'll just call that. What do we call that? She just stabbed you. I mean.
Stab. I'll just call it.
Yeah, it's appropriate, I guess. Great. So, Roz, if you take more than 3 damage, your character is going to be taken out after this. So, watch out for that. All right. Yeah. So now, Roz, how are you? Would you like to keep attacking the wave, or would you like to face against this captain character?
Well, I have so many like AOE stuff, so I'm probably just gonna be like 1 second and just kind of like
Stab,
turn
stab, stab,
around,
stab.
and I'm gonna use my once per session. I can infuse magic into my bombs, affecting a larger area effect. And I'm gonna try again to make a giant like sleep bomb to just
Love
spread out
it.
and like also explode on them. But you know the ones that don't immediately die from that to have them fall asleep.
I love this. Let's say that instead of halving your bonus you'll be given to them, we're going to double it.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll flashy, and we'll double it, and whatever that is, that'll be a bonus to your defense roll for this wave.
3.
So it's going to be a +6 to this roll for
I
defending.
would like to also use reckless because I'm ignoring someone stabbing me in the back. To,
That's very
get
fair.
+2.
Okay, so go ahead and spend a fate point for that. And that's now a 5, so now bonus is going to be 10. Oh no. There will be no survivors. Excellent. So Tsunari and Stoobs, what are you both doing?
Okay, so in Arc, this is going to be very reasonable from the kind of not Arc, Arch dinosaur game that
Yes.
she was running through. There's a grappling hook that you can use to essentially grab people and drag them to you.
Okay.
So she's going to pull out her grappling hook and grab the captain and basically do a lift my axe and just pull at the same time and try to do like this big flashy axe attack while dragging her to me.
That's very flashy. Great. Yeah, go ahead and roll flashy. And she will roll a defense against that. She will just try and like dig her heels in and try to forcefully not get dragged by you. So you got a 3.
I want to go ahead and invoke.
Oh.
She got a 7.
Oh,
Reroll would be
never
the
mind.
best.
I'm gonna have to
Well, you can force her to re-roll depending on what you.
That's
invoke.
true. That's true.
If we can justify it, that's fine.
Okay, like I'm going to essentially hook my heels in around the dinosaur and pull harder and force her to re-roll.
That would definitely make it harder for somebody to not get dragged somewhere if you have a dinosaur on your side. That's great. So go ahead, reduce your fate points by 1. And I will
Done.
return. And then, she'll re-roll. Let's see how we do. With a 4, much worse that time around.
Much better.
Due to Dino, she's like standing there so cool looking, and then the dinosaur just like helps you drag the thing. She's like, and just starts scraping across the ground in her armored boots. Fantastic. That is unfortunately not going to do any damage, but it's a beautiful display.
Pretty much. It makes it look cooler.
It's so cool. So, Stu, what do you do? And like, there's so many people around you, like Forces of Chaos, like being obliterated, and gnomes fleeing for their lives, and like swords flying through the air. So it's truly just a spectacle. So, Stu.
Okay, so I see Sonari do this, and I am going to move around behind the captain to flank
Okay.
while she is kind of being
Dragged.
semi-grabbed, dragged, yes. And I am gonna take aim with the laser gun and see if I can get a clean shot at her.
Pew pew. Love it.
So what would this be? Is this flashy? Is this
It could be
clever? Is
flashy.
this
It could be
careful?
forceful. It could be careful because you're lining up a shot quite carefully here. So any 3 of those seems appropriate.
I'm gonna go with careful.
Cool.
2.
She's gonna try and punch out of the way with her quickness as she's kind of like it's being dragged along. She kind of like sees the flash of light that is being let off by this massive laser gun. So try and dodge with a 3.
Okay. I don't have anything to invoke that would make sense here. Okay.
That's fine.
Then yeah, she just gets out of the
She
way.
unfortunately unlocks bullet time in a brief moment and just dodges a laser bolt that flies by her head. Very Matt Payne style. Anyway, so that's all that. Everybody's had turn. So now let's roll for defense and attack. At this stage, the Forces of Chaos are getting a plus 11 to their roll. However, you're also getting a plus 10 plus your blade power, so you're getting a plus 13 to this roll. So who would like to roll defense?
I'll do it.
Okay,
Yay.
so 40F
Sorry, I
plus
did
13.
it. 40F plus 13.
Because of the incredible exploding seed
12.
bomb that is truly obliterating people. Against an 11 by the Forces of Chaos!
Yes.
I was so worried that like not attacking the lady attacking me was a bad choice, but I'm very glad I went with that.
I'm going to invoke Chaos Territory so that I kill that
No.
one person.
I'm gonna invoke sabotage machinery.
Okay, that's fine. Just give me a fate point, and you can trade this person's life
Mhm.
for a fate point.
It's
Yes,
worth it.
fantastic. Yes.
We hope.
Well, we'll see. Actually, I shouldn't add a fate point because I just used it. Net 0. All right. Yes. So in the final moment, there is just utter chaos. The frame rate is plummeting with all of these flaming swords everywhere. The instability is so up there right now that many physics calculations aren't going through. Things are just dying about 30 meters away from where they actually died. You swipe at people and they like disappear, and like there's some terrible lag going on. It's just utter madness right now. And during this madness, one lowly turnip farmer kind of like drops to his knees and just like is just scooting his way underneath all of this fighting and chaos and flying blades and acrid smoke, and gets swept up by a minivan, a very minivan, and is deposited at the safe exit away from the tunnels. And with that, you have liberated the final prisoner from this place. There are no more remaining, and your final score was 86 out of 100, which I think is pretty good. That's pretty
Pretty
good.
good. We only lost 5 people.
I'm trying to understand how the math works there because
Yeah,
currently it
we must
seems
have mixed something at some point.
Yeah.
something
It should
got
be
mixed.
96. It should be
I think
94
it is.
or 95.
I think it is 95. I think I
Yeah,
just
it
got
has to be
something wrong there.
95.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, because
95.
after that last turn, I don't think we lost
Yeah, you didn't.
anyone.
Yeah.
Or
Awesome.
After the first turn, we didn't lose anyone.
So great work
awesome.
there.
Words. Thanks.
At this point, the forces of chaos are flooding in this place with such power and fervor that you can see the little skulls above their icons. Some of your towers are now being targeted and ripped to shreds a little bit. Things seem to be, the tide seems to be turning a little bit. There seems to be no end in sight of the forces of chaos. And it's going to be very, very soon, you're going to have no escape route. So what are you all doing?
I would like to call. Yeah, we're skedaddling.
Okay.
So I would like to pull out. What is it called? Our comms unit.
A codec.
A codec. I have no clue what this is, but it works.
Yep.
And I'm going to call the dragon.
Okay, bleep, 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 bleep. My creator, greetings. And you see the little sort of
Extraction would be great.
the split screen appears. You see he's at a frequency of 100.05 or whatever. It's just the head of a massive dragon that doesn't fit inside the cropped box. You just kind of see bits of his scaled neck, and then your werewolf head just kind of screaming into the thing as well as you yell extraction. And yes, Sky, your dragon goes, at once, creator. Where should I pick you up from?
That barrier is still active, isn't it?
It is.
Okay, so we have to get
Wait,
into the
wait,
sewers.
So, the barrier's lore was that technically the top was supposed to be able to come off so the heroes could get in, right?
In the original game, it was a wall that surrounded the Blightlands. Since then, it has been patched to be a dome.
Right, but so it's not plot important, but the top is okay.
Oh no.
Oh my god!
I got it. I can cannon us out. Just tell him to come over.
No.
The minute you said that, I've been
All right.
since last week. I've been sleeping on this because I'm like, I figure this is gonna be important. I paid attention for once in my life.
I will say this. You can absolutely do this. However, you're currently completely surrounded by bad guys. So I'm going to say the captain gets one attack against you. And if you don't die, then you fire your BFG. How does that sound?
Great.
Ugh.
Can I wait and let the others help distract the captain and then fire? Can I
Yeah,
go last?
the others can try and kill the captain or like set up advantages. Yeah, anything,
I was
anything
gonna
you want.
say, yeah, if we can kill the captain.
So you
that
like
would be
pull out
great.
this device. I actually imagine that you just mounted it on the one gloom tower, and now that you're done, you kind of like take it off again and just start like priming it and just aiming it to the sky. So during this time, Starry and Scoops, you are surrounded by forces of chaos. There's now sort of swarm, if you will, in addition to the captain. So what do you both do?
Okay, I'm definitely going to continue trying to fight the captain.
Awesome, sounds great.
So-
just swing an axe.
Yeah, at this point, she's just going to let the grappling hook drop around the dinosaur's feet where it was grabbing the rope and pulling. And she's just going to take a running charge, just straight up barbarian style, overhand leaping strike with her flashy axe going off.
All right, so go ahead and roll flashy or
Lightning.
forceful. The captain is going to look at this and try desperately to parry. That's a 6 by
Ooh,
you,
that's
lovely.
good.
And that's a 6 by the captain as well.
I will go ahead
Ooh.
and invoke my Brunan's axe
Okay. For a +2.
for a +2.
Okay, go ahead and spend that fate point, and I will also invoke a hidden aspect of this captain. You see her blades get wreathed in purple flames, and immediately she holds them up, and somehow they manage to hold back the mighty power that is Bronan's axe. Stoobs, are you doing anything?
Okay, so that is happening. Lawson
There's
is
sparks
aiming a
flying
giant
everywhere.
cannon at this guy. So I would like to hold back the swarm,
Okay.
if at all possible.
It's so, just to clarify, this is many high-level monsters, so you alone holding them back is going to require something very cunning.
Shit, never mind. Okay, in that case, oh boy,
Also,
It's
did
gonna
I
be a
get
couple
stress
turns
box back
before-
from the tea thing?
You would have, yes.
Okay, that's important.
it's gonna be a couple of
That could
turns
save
before
your
the
life.
dragon gets here.
But right now,
Is
the
calling
dragon's still
someone
waiting.
like
Like
yeah,
an
is
action.
calling someone like a free action?
I think right
or-
now it is fair to say time is quite crucial, because Roz is trying to set up something very quickly here. So I think if you're going to have a conversation with somebody, it might have to be what you do.
Okay. Because we gotta break through the barrier. We don't. Stoobs does not know if this gun is gonna work. So I am going to try to call the only backup that I know is in this castle,
Okay.
and I am going to call Solid Salamander.
Bring, bring, bring,
Just
bring.
hope to God.
This is Salamander. Did you keep them back?
We have a situation.
All right, tell me about it.
We're about to die. Can you come out here?
I can make my way to you. I'll be there soon.
Also, now would be a great time to leave if you have an exit plan as well.
I always have an exit plan.
The cardboard
Excellent.
box.
he kind of like looks shifty eyes for a second, then hangs up. All right.
Okay, I'm just gonna turn to Rosalind and just go, Bracket's coming!
Oh, we'll see if we need it.
Like,
All
have
right.
we used this gun ever
Oh, yeah.
before?
Oh yeah, I've used it twice. I'm a big fan of it.
Okay.
As you're saying that, the flash of blades comes towards you, Rosalind, as the captain tries to strike you down. How do you defend yourself?
I can't because I have to power up a cannon.
Okay.
I think.
Can I interpose
why are you so
myself?
obsessed with me?
Is she like just turn away from me trying to hit her?
Well, in any other RPG, this would immediately trigger all sorts of opportunity attacks. In the world of Fate,
Oh, no.
unfortunately, this is just a straight up. She's
I just
gonna-
meant, what does she do? Does she just like straight up
think-
turn away?
like you're having such an awesome clash, and then there's kind of like a clash break moment where you both kind of like back
Mhm.
away from each other, and she has to use another one of her smoke power moves to disappear
Okay.
as your axe comes down, smashing the ground to bits. Roz, since you're currently busy, let's just say you roll careful, your worst stat, and we'll say that's your defense.
Thanks, Thomas. Can instead I just like try to taunt her? Like, why are you just obsessed with me? It's kind of creepy. Like, hello, there's other people on the battlefield. This is not a good way to like show affection. It's really creepy.
She looks at you and just goes, "I want your gun."
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes, you may throw out taunts. You can roll flashy or clever if you would like.
Yeah, let's go with Flashy to just taunt this lady. Zero.
Oh, this is so
Great.
appropriate. Love this. All right, she's gonna
Oh.
use her mighty blades to attack you with only a 2.
Wonderful.
I'm gonna
Wonderful.
invoke one of her things, however, one of her hidden aspects to make that a 5 now.
Ooh,
Is
okay,
it possible
I should
for me to
probably
take the
also
hit for
invoke
her?
something.
Is it possible for you to take the hit for her? If you had set up the thing beforehand, maybe.
Damn it, okay.
But right now,
Can I like at least bring it down to a 3 so it's 3 stress boxes rather than 5 by like invoking inconsistent sizing?
Yeah.
Ooh.
yeah, absolutely,
Okay, I'll do that.
absolutely. So yes,
Wouldn't she also have had some stress boxes restored because of
Yeah,
I did,
we
so
covered that.
I'm fine. Like, it'll just
Okay.
take all 3.
We did that.
Or just the third one, I think. Or something.
Okay, so you're doing inconsistent sizing. I'm gonna increase the instability as you use the power of your glitch. Just 1, but boy, is it enough. So instability is now at 21. Love it. Love it, love it.
That's
Um,
great. That's okay. Everything's okay. Everything's great.
And that gives a -2 to the captain, so that's going to reduce her roll down to 3. Your defense total was a 0, so you're going to take 3 damage.
Wonderful.
So third stress box, boom, easy.
Also, I shoot the gun.
You fire the mighty gloom weapon to the sky, and what the rest of you see is just this massive ball of extremely bright, hurt your eyes to look at energy. It has this arcing, sickly green and yellow lightning shooting out of it. It shoots upwards, evaporates some sort of foul golem creature that was about to attack Rosalind. Disappears until there's nothing but a couple of feet standing behind. This ball of energy shoots up into the ceiling, creating a perfect, very brightly lit due to the melting of toxic plasma waste hole as this thing just shoots up and up and up. And you're in a dungeon, bear in mind, so this just keeps going, keeps obliterating whoever's in its path. And eventually just a shaft of dim light comes down as it bursts through the roof of the Doomhold, and it keeps on going up and up and up into the sky until it reaches the arcane barrier itself and just creates a perfect hole through it. And it keeps going, keeps going. There's a little, there's a very small seaplane fluttering up above that just gets boom exploded as this ball of energy slams into it. And it keeps going up into the clouds, obliterating the clouds, up into the skybox, and it just punches a hole straight through the skybox, and you just see white, the gray space of this video game created by this big freaking gun.
Good plan.
Didn't expect it to work, but okay.
I told you I have like an 80% rate with explosives.
Alright. I let the dragon know where we are.
Okay.
And I think he knows if you saw that.
It was definitely hard to miss. Okay. Well, what are you all doing? Because if you stay here, bad things are going to happen to you.
Well, if we're exiting, can I jump on my dinosaur and just kind of scoop them up and use my grappling hook and pull us up?
I love that. Yes, absolutely. This is going to require a lot of strength, so go ahead and roll forceful, and let's see how well you do.
Come on.
As the last of your towers gets overrun and obliterated, you got a 5! That is definitely what you need. You haul up these two onto you. You see no other allies nearby. You think they all are safely extracted at this point. And you haul them onto your mechanized dinosaur, and you just hear "Rah!" as it bellows. Fire the grappling hook up, and magically it just adheres to the melted plasma wall above you, and just starts pulling you all up with no sense of proper mass or physics playing any part. And you all basically Batman grappling hook out of this place, and you see that the captain and the various other people here all kind of like look up as plasma drips from the ceiling, and they look down at you and just seem very upset. And you take...
Can I just take pot shots at them as we're going up?
Sure, you could. Wait, what do you have? Oh, you have a laser rifle. You can just go pew 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 if you'd like. Since we have moved out of this encounter, that is the point where your laser rifle sadly explodes, or rather overheats from use. No longer needs sabotage mechanisms.
I was gonna say, is this like a limited use thing? Is it just going to like...
That's to be determined how you spend your XP when you level up. So we'll say it is currently overheated. So we can determine what to do with it later. Flat food no longer applies. I should have definitely used that. All right. So you basically see various rooms that you're passing through. Now with a newly melted hole in all of them as you ascend up. This is a very big fortress. So you're kind of like flying on this grappling hook for quite a while, enough for you to have a very short conversation with each other if you would like.
Oh my gosh, I missed you so much. What have you been up to?
Oh, I have been on many adventures. Zanaya and I went through Dinosaur World and through lands with lots of machines. We have been through many places and found many new things. And we got married. We found a game with marriage mechanics.
So fun. Oh, I'm so sorry I wasn't able to go to the wedding.
It was a very pretty ceremony in a Japanese RPG.
Ooh. Gosh, that's such a good place for it.
It sounds lovely.
And with that, you exit through the rooftop of the Doomhold, and you kind of are deposited on these spike twisted battlements. You see a pool of blood nearby this very ornate place. You don't know why that's there or how it's not
Probably not our
congealed
fault.
at this point. It's probably not your fault. And yes, the open sky is above you. You see a flash of rainbow sort of opalescence in the sky as Sky flies through the hole freshly created by Rosalind's BFG and flies through and gets closer and closer to the rest of you. You hear the sounds of arcane wizards getting ready to take to the skies and blast you down. You hear knights riding upon wyverns and other fell beasts to reach the interlopers before they can escape. But Sky has landed before you, and Tsunari before you. You can see a beautiful, large dragon with rainbow scales. Looks very regal, very strong, very powerful. Except he is a vehicle and not an actual combative entity in this world. But he is ready to escort you all if you need it. He says, "Creator,
Thank you for showing up on such short notice. We need to go. I'll climb on. Is this big enough to carry a dinosaur?
I'll
I'll
say."
I will grappling hook the dinosaur and just kind of let it fly under.
Yes.
I just attach the grappling hook to its mount.
You just create a tether between these two creatures, and yes, the three of you climb on the back of Sky the Dragon, and with a mighty beat of his wings, he takes to the skies, gets tugged back ever so slightly, having to pull the extremely heavy mech dinosaur, but he's a dragon, he can easily fly out here with that. And he takes to the sky, and you see sort of the swarm of creatures looking to follow you and chase you down, and potentially throw you into a cantification machine. But
Did Salamander break it? Because I thought he was going to try to break it when we...
unknown.
Oh yeah, we did not
Who
ask
knows?
for clarification on that.
Call him.
and-
Call him.
Okay.
Bleep, 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 bleep. Now's a bad time. What do you need?
So we're on a dragon. Use your cardboard box to get out. Did you break the candy machine?
I was unable to get close. I don't have enough time. If I can stay here and go back for the full alert now.
Oh, okay. Well, good luck.
Does your dragon have a Fulton recovery system?
What?
A what?
A Fulton recovery system.
It's a dragon.
I'll take that as a yes. You'll see me soon. Bleep. And he hangs up. And you keep flying up. You exit through the hole in the Forces of Chaos lands. Very soon, you see the glint of something unusual. You see a balloon. And hanging from this balloon is some guy smoking a cigar, and it's none other than Solid Salamander, who is just being airlifted with tremendous speed to the sky, just like... And he is flying upwards towards your dragon. And he just yells, "Catch me!"
I look at Steve's like, do
I
we
will
want this
yell.
guy on our dragon? Like, do we really want this on our dragon?
Otherwise, she's just gonna keep going straight up, possibly through the hole in the system that you just blew.
Alright, fine, he can come.
I'll yell to Sky over the noise of the wind, just like, grab the balloon, man!
Sky's like, very well, I don't understand what's happening, but all right, long. And immediately grabs the balloon between his teeth. Solid Salamander kind of does a jerky, awkward motion to sort of like fling around the neck and sort of Flintstone slide down to the rest of you, and kind of sits there and just goes, "Huh, you're pretty good."
Thank you!
And you take off to the sky, the Phantasmian sky around you. At this point, you enter overworld travel, so you kind of return to sort of chibi-looking forms. It's getting a bit crowded, because you have Tsunari's chibi form, you have Solid Salamander, you have Roz, you have Stuve, you have a dinosaur mech chibi face there as well, and of course, a Sky. And you see that well, actually, at this point you wouldn't see anything, but you do notice there is just a massive of chaos forces coming your way, so it might be good to skedaddle somewhere. Where do you go?
You know, I was thinking, Sonar, you're really good at building stuff, right?
Yes.
I want to be a princess. Let's pick an area and make a castle.
Yes, that is an excellent idea. If we go into the northern mountains, we can acquire black ice, and that'll make you an epic metal castle.
I want that.
So I am going to open up the map to see if there's anything that's
You open
equivalent
up
to this.
the mighty artifact that is the map, and immediately you're just drawn in because it is a beautifully rendered, detailed layout of the entire lands of Phantasria. You see your own little icons moving about. You see the ability. You see fast travel points. You see names and locations. And there are like little features you have as well. You can like set destination markers. You can write notes. You can do all sorts of things with this beautiful, incredible artifact that you now possess. I'm so much searching for it. So what do you do with this map?
I'm looking at it, so I'm just like, okay, so we're being chased by a whole horde of the forces of chaos. And so I don't know. I don't know if we have a north. 1 second. I'm gonna
There's a
When you say-
massive end pointing north.
Okay.
You're currently in
so
the
is there-
farthest reaches of the northwest is where the Blightlands are.
Okay, well, we don't
Oh.
want to put the castle by the Blightlands. Those are gross, and you can't put flowers and poison.
Okay, so what's to the northeast?
I can give you a quick rundown of the sort of areas in Phantasria, and then we can figure out where you would like to go. Let me just double check.
Yeah, someplace remote where maybe like we can go through a cave system and lose these
Yeah.
people, and then
So,
come out
sort
the other
of
side.
to the southeast is kind of where the heroes begin their journey. That's where Startown and where you are from. That's also, where Duncan, your training dummy friend, is supposedly staying as well. There's the Verdant Forest with Elfwood there as well, where you met the elves and the Oracle. There is Highreach Castle, the castle that is meant to house the royalty of this place, the parents of Bane, that was at the very beginning of your adventure raided by Pinsel and the forces of chaos, and from which Bane narrowly escaped. Is now a ruin that has been thoroughly plundered and looted. There's the Thunder Peak Mountains, slightly to the south and west, home to Hamilton, of course, where you went to interact with dwarves. To the north of that, getting close to sort of the sort of central northeastern lands, there is the Bluster Bluffs, and of course the town of Blusty Wusty, where you met the gnomes the first time. There is a spot for the Fairy Isle to the north of that, where there's a massive place known as the Azure Sea, but there's just a massive red hole in that area where it should be. The Maya Tempest growing. You know that the Wicked Witch is currently there doing everything she can to experiment with and keep the Maya Tempest in check. There is a little icon displaying where the Dreadship is. It seems to have returned to the land of Phantasria from whatever pirate game your fairies went to, and is now once again wandering through the Azure Sea. You are unsure why or where they're going. To the extreme north and to the east of your current position are the Frostfangs, a region of glaciers, icebergs, and bitter winds.
We could put
Where-
a castle in the frosty place. It could be a snow castle.
That is
That's
also
where the black ice would be.
That's where the black ice would be.
that was also the location of the Glacier Temple, where you arrived to find a dead ice titan and a tunnel that led to a very bad place. Ultimately, to the southwest, there is the Blazing Desert and a city called Oasis there. And slightly north of that, there is the Spirit Jungle and the Volcano Titan's Breath, also Grandis's Tea Shop and the Blood God Fighting Ring. And finally, within the Azure Sea, there is the Sunken City where you went long ago. And of course, there is Lightlands and the Doom Hole, where you currently are. So to answer your original question, to your immediate east, that is the icy place, the Frostfangs.
Okay, so as far as places that we can get to fastest and will probably be relatively safe from, the forces of chaos, yeah, the Frostfangs might be the place to go.
You also
So-
see something on this map that's very interesting to you. You see little markers that you don't entirely understand the purpose of at first, but you see two of them, and one is black and one is light blue. And suddenly you realize these denote locations of elemental orbs.
Oh.
Okay. So, if we do have a bunch of forces of chaos just following us, I don't want to lead them to the orbs right away, though.
That's a good point. That's a good
So
point.
let's go build
I
a
feel like
castle!
Okay, so we'll go build a stronghold and we'll
Castle,
regroup and figure out a plan.
Okay.
And, you know, I mean, we gotta call the Wicked Witch and the scientists and update them on everything that just happened. I feel
Mary,
like.
let's talk about castle designs!
Yes, let's talk about castle designs. I have built many of them over the course of different worlds.
How many have you built at this point?
Well, when I was in Arch Evolved, there was a wonderful mod that I didn't know you could have that allows you to build magnificent castles. And I learned how to use stained glass and spikes and all kinds of burning grounds. And it is beautiful, beautiful castle that we built there. And that's where Zendaya and I continue to return to live when we are not on adventures to other worlds.
That's so cute. You guys are the best couple. Actually, you're the only couple I know.
I was gonna say they're like the only people that we know who are married.
But they're happy and cute.
That's
Castles.
And we have lots of dinosaurs.
Castles are very susceptible to attacks from the air. I would recommend some anti-air artillery to be installed.
We
True. I
have a
almost completely forgot
Tyrannosaurus.
that he's here.
I have that effect. I'm very stealthy.
Okay, so we have a plan, but what is your plan exactly, Mr. Salamander?
I failed to locate the iron gear that I thought that the forces of chaos had. It's still missing, which means I need to find it. I'll have to respond to my higher-ups and see what my orders are.
Where are your higher ups?
That's classified.
That's classified. Keep it low, man.
He kind of like pulls out a thing and says, "Anybody want a calorie mate?
What?
Rations. Keeps your
Yes.
energy high." He kind of gives one to you immediately, Tsunari, and you and he just immediately devour this. Like it's just a brick. It's just a brick of energy, just protein energy.
She reaches into her pack. You want a dinosaur leg? And pulls out like a full roasted dinosaur leg.
Holy
He-
Jesus,
He
I'll
reaches
take
out
that.
for it, and he says, "What kind of calories are we talking here? I need all the energy I can get."
She pulls out one for everyone and just starts passing them around.
You see the
It's like
salamander looks
enormous
at it
for Roslyn.
and just goes, "Arf," and just devours it.
You know, Salamander Man, I kind of wanted to test something. Can I test something on you?
What do you have in mind?
So I figured out how to use poisons to make people sleepy, but I was wondering if I could use poisons to make people feel more dazed. That way they can't think so clear. So then if I use mind infiltration, then I could maybe suggest their thoughts.
What is it you're asking of me?
Can I test it on you?
You would like to test mind alteration on me?
Yeah!
It could be very useful to increase my mental endurance, so go ahead.
Okay.
I love his attitude of do your worst.
I'm going to just create like the sort of flower I was using to make people fall asleep and try to like make a lesser strong version of that poison. And then just kind of throw it at him.
All right, you breathe poison into the face of Solid Salamander. Go ahead and roll. Would this be flashy? I feel like this might be forceful because it's more of a sort of in your face, just immediate poison kind of thing going on.
That's fair. I can undo poison, so there's low risk to him. It's a
Sure.
3.
3. I have no idea what Solid Salamander's stats are. I did not expect him to ever be rolling anything. Let's see. He'll be defending with just his grit. And he's pretty gritty, but he's better at stealth. So say he has a 3. Okay. So you exhale the poison, and you immediately see just like this icon of just this button that's just being mashed appear next to Salamander, and you see him just go. And he says, "I increase my endurance. Thanks."
You're welcome. Well, I didn't get to test out my idea. Alright.
Why would you want to be reading people's thoughts?
No, I can already do that. I want to control their thoughts so that they'll attack themselves instead of me.
That's pretty dark, I gotta say.
Sounds like nanomachines.
Yeah. What are those?
I have no idea what's going on 95% of the time, and it just seems to be getting worse.
I've seen lots of machines.
Ugh. Have you ever seen an iron gear?
I've seen lots of iron gears.
What? Where were they? You must tell me now.
I have found them in exciting factory lands and in worlds where there are machines that you can build to throw big rocks at towers.
No, I meant all caps iron gear. Like a iron gear.
What does it look like?
Big bipedal tanks that can fire nuclear warheads with incredible precision anywhere in the world.
Oh, it makes the big bomb. Right.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pull him aside. I'm just like, I tried to explain that nuclear weapons are bad, but she gets real excited about blowing things up. So just don't elaborate on it.
Big bomb. Big bomb. I really like big bombs.
Understood.
Mm-hmm.
Have
I'm
you
a
ever
little
tried bombing someone from the back of a flying dinosaur?
I have not.
Meanwhile, you just hear the metallic roars behind you, just like, "Ah!" as it's still being dragged along by a very, very small rope.
You know, I think we need to talk about your hobbies here. Like, I mean, when this is over, all I want to do is just learn how to cook. You know?
I have learned how to cook many recipes. There are some delicious foods that you can make with berries and dinosaur meat, and I have stopped eating bugs mostly.
Sonari, I am so proud of you.
Fortunately, away from the exile lands, there are lots more foods to eat, and you don't have to eat bees anymore.
Yeah, bees are important for the environment. You shouldn't be eating them.
Almost.
So how were you eating that?
By the handful.
Almost immediately, you notice the skybox drastically change from the hazy smoke and corrupted sort of atmosphere of the Blightlands to the nice, crisp, aurora-filled clear skies of the sort of northern ice territories, the Frostfangs. And you see below you a lot of white peaks and icebergs. And what else you notice is that the sky begins to sort of start to cry lightning a little bit. Just drips of red lightning start to fall down with great rapidity. And soon you all just get utterly pummeled by these streaks of lightning. And you feel your very code being switched up and manipulated right before your eyes, and you hear the sound of Salamander going "Argh!" as the rest of you try to endure the pain, and then suddenly there is darkness. And now, Stoobs, please roll for me a D6. In fact, all of you, please roll a D6.
I don't want to.
And I'm gonna roll
I'm
one.
scared.
I'm gonna roll one for Solid Salamander as well.
It's a 4.
What'd you get, Nevi?
6.
Okay. So the three of you, minus Solid Salamander, suddenly find yourselves awakening in a very sort of spartanly decorated gray and drab office. There's a lot of cubicles, a lot of desks. Each one has a computer monitor and a keyboard set up in front of it, sort of a dim light glowing from all of them. And that's basically all you see right now. You do hear the sound of somebody clack, 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 clack on some keys as well.
That was more unusual than what normally happens.
I'm going to set the instability back to 0.
Oh man,
Oh, no,
where are we?
Sonari,
Okay.
hey?
Yes, are both of you okay?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like your lizard man is passed out.
Oh no, he's not there.
Oh, I
It's
thought
just
you
the
said
three
he
of
Oh,
didn't
he's
awaken.
just
He's awakened somewhere, but not here.
It looks like your lizard man is gone.
Yeah, okay, he was weird.
Yeah, it was mostly he had information that I might have wanted at some point, but yeah. I'm gonna stand up.
Okay, you stand up. You notice a sort of very unpleasant fluorescent lights above you, filling this entire office area.
So, looking around, do we see any people there?
You see a lot of cubicles. Your line of sight is broken up quite a lot. You only really hear one person as far as you can tell, but there could be many.
Hi!
No response.
The people don't use words.
Is my dinosaur
Well,
still there?
Your dinosaur is currently not here.
No!
And is
Well,
Sky
actually, no,
okay?
Hold on. Let's roll to see. So this is for your dinosaur. Your dinosaur's not there. And it's
Okay.
Sky's also not there. Oh boy, they're having their own adventure somewhere else. I'm so happy.
Oh,
Oh,
That can be like a fun one-shot we do one day of the adventures of Solid Salamander, a cyborg dinosaur, and Sky the dragon who can't attack things. Love it. But meanwhile, yes, it's just the three of you in this grab office set.
is there anything on like the computer screens?
You go over to one of them. It is kind of just like just bright light, but as you get closer, you can see that there is some kind of commands that you're able to put in, some kind of software setup. It says, "Would you like to begin?" And there's like a
Oh, I
little
don't like this.
Y/N.
Oh no. So like, are we talking about like a retro interface with like a real chunky
Yes.
blinking? Oh no.
these magic boxes. I've seen some things like these before on the arch pillars.
So
He
these are-
doesn't
Sometimes-
explode anything. I say mashing
click,
buttons.
clack, click, clack, click.
Sometimes they take you to other lands.
Well, okay. So I don't. So like, we don't see anyone at the cubicles.
It's.
or
I mean, you
anything.
could walk around and start looking inside if you would like, but currently where you are, you don't see much.
I want to just see like is what the layout of this room
Okay.
is. I don't want to touch anything yet.
So, Stoobs, you start exploring the
So
place,
worried about
and
this.
this place is vast. You eventually see that passing through cubicles, there are a couple of people here and there, stooped over these monitors and just click, backing away at something. You go around, there's a water cooler, there's a plant that's clearly plastic. Eventually, you get through this maze of cubicles and you find a massive series of windows. All the blinds are down and do not show what lies beyond outside. Otherwise, just a lot of corridors and a lot of cubicles.
Can I see if I can like just like
Blinds?
thing or
Absolutely.
like yeah.
You kind of like look through and you see a series of buildings around you. Very gray. You, as far as you can tell, you are looking out at a city that seems to abruptly stop before you because there is water. As far as you can see, leading out. You appear to be on some kind of island where this city is just built on. It is currently nighttime as well. So,
Huh.
what would you like to do?
Harry, why is it broken? The machine doesn't make explosions.
It's not. I don't think it's supposed to do explosions. I don't know what it's
What do you
supposed
mean?
to
Every
do.
technology thing is either shoots or blows stuff up.
No, sometimes information involves, or technology involves information and like entering things into an interface, and it's
No,
not all violent all the
No.
time.
I have only seen violence.
Well, these are not violent as far as I can tell. I mean, some violence is psychological.
So this is
Give
used
me-
for making trauma?
Just give me 1 second. I tap one of them on the shoulder.
They are scared to death as they spin around and yell out. It's like, "Ah!" And you see this woman who's sort of wearing just very drab suit and skirt, and she looks at you with wide eyes blinking. This is a lady of polygons as opposed to your sprite. And she kind of like looks at you just like, what do you want? Did I fail? Did I fail? No, I tried so hard.
No,
She goes back to the monitor.
no, I'm new here. What is this place?
She says, oh no. You're in a city known as Beacon.
What is it? You're gonna have to give me some more information here. We just woke up here.
I don't have much to give you. All I know is that we're all prisoners here. There's only one way out. And she looks at the monitor again. I've already fallen behind. And she starts tapping on the keys again.
Oh, well, maybe you should just kill the person who imprisoned you. Okay.
Are there any doors?
There are, yes. These bathrooms to stairwells to other corridors. There are elevators.
And they open.
Yep.
I'm getting some real heebie-jeebie vibes here.
Was yesterday.
Think of now. I'm gonna turn to Sonari and I'm just like, I don't know if we should like go out into the city or if our only way out is through here, because that lady seemed to indicate that like the only way out is through these monitors.
Let's see what they do if we touch them.
I touched a lot of them.
You have to enter specific commands in order for it to work. So let's take a look here. And I pull out a chair and I take a seat and I'm like, okay.
It says again, would you like to begin? Yes or no?
Okay. Whatever happens to me, I want you to be able to just yank me away from this thing and like, I am giving you guys permission to do whatever to snap me out of any trance, whatever you gotta do. Let's try this. I type yes.
When you hit yes, it says, please enter your name.
Oh, I don't like that.
Put in butts with a Z.
I put in butts with a Z.
You type in butts, and then the computer says, welcome, butts. And then a little start noise sounds. It's like a... You see that the screen kind of parts to give way to some graphics. And you see a woman appear on the monitor before you. She's smiling warmly, got a nice suit, has her hair done up, she looks very professional. And she kind of cocks her to one side and she says, hi, I'm Mavis. Would you like to get started learning to type?
Oh no.
And that's where we're going to have our break, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for Making Pixels. We will be back very soon. Don't go anywhere. And we're back, everybody. Welcome back to Awakened Pixels. Our heroes find themselves in the strange, very drab world in which they find themselves. And the only sort of point of contact they have that's reliable is this Mavis who exists on this computer, offering to teach him to type. Stoobs, what do you do? How do you respond to this?
I say yes. We're ready to learn to type.
Mavis says, all right, let's start with a beginner instruction test to see how well you do. Here we go. And then words start appearing on the monitor. I would like you to roll careful and quick, and we're going to reduce the final roll by half, because I don't think Stoobs has ever typed before, mostly because she hasn't had hands
Nope.
for long at all. Let me just get my screens back up. There we go. Okay, so that was a 4 and a 3, so writing that down to a 2 and a 1. So yeah, you kind of like try to sort of hammer on the keys as best you can, and by the end of it, the kind of score that Mavis gives you, she says, your accuracy was very good. Your word speed could use some improvement. Let's get started with some more training. And just more words appear.
Head, dog, cat, tree.
I keep going to see if anything changes eventually.
Your words per minute does go up, yes.
Yes. So,
Unhelpfully,
but
keeps
she
saying
never
words
gives
that,
any
like,
more
show up.
instructions or anything.
She can keep giving you like tutorials and hints and things, but otherwise there's no like, go do this now. It's just simply improving your typing.
I don't get it.
Okay.
Just read again. Why
How can I end it?
You don't know.
Okay. Gonna lean around and check one of the other computers. Are they all like the same? Are you ready to begin?
Yes, they are.
I'm gonna click on the other lady and see if her words look the same as Stoob's words.
They look a bit longer, moving a bit faster as well. Blade's probably been at it for a while.
Are they like actual sentences, or are it
For her, yes. For you, Stoobs, they are very short, simple words.
fat, cat, mat?
Well, they don't use the upper and lower parts of the QWERTY keyboard yet, just the middle row. So
Oh.
sad, fads, and stuff like that.
Dad
Oh
Yes.
God, we had a program like this in middle school.
has.
What happens if I just stop typing?
You stop. You see a little clock countdown going down on your screen. If you would like, you can wait it out and see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see
Okay.
what happens.
When it gets to 0, Mavis says, oh no, your speeds per minute drastically lowered. Don't worry, we can just start again. And it starts again.
Stoobs, this is really boring.
I tried typing end.
It just registers as an incorrect typing of something.
Okay, then I just get up and walk away.
Okay.
I have an idea.
Is it break it?
Yes.
Yeah! Break it! Break it!
With a mighty barbaric swing, you easily bring down your axe upon this paltry machine, and it explodes into a fizzle of electricity and circuit boards.
We have won.
Okay, yeah, that works. God, is this all that they're doing here?
As far as you can tell, any person here is just trying to improve their typing as desperately as they can.
Let's see what happens.
I would like to do an internet search
Okay.
for Beacon, City.
Okay.
So
Immediately.
whether-
You get no signal, no signal, no signal, no signal.
In my
I'm gonna-
head?
Yes, to the point where instability isn't even added. Nothing. There is no link that you establish.
I can't connect. I can't connect to the internet. Something's blocking my signal.
Perhaps we need one of the pillars. That is usually how I download things from the link.
That makes words.
That where are the pillars usually?
Outside, very far away in the distance. You can see them from anywhere.
Thank you.
But that may not be in this world.
Let's go outside. Let's go outside. Let's go outside.
Let's go up on the roof. That'll give us like a bird's eye view of this place.
Excellent idea. Birds can see far.
Birds can see far.
Do you take the stairs or the elevator?
There.
I'm a little afraid of the elevator because
Like
that's
the elevator.
technological.
Also, we don't know what that is. Like, we know what stairs are.
That's very true. Okay.
Well, we used an elevator at the hospital thing.
Which was bad.
That was true. That ended terribly. So no, we're not getting in the elevator.
All right. You hear the gentle music coming out of the elevator and stay far away as you go to the nearby door that connects to a staircase. And oh boy, does this place go up high. You're going to have quite a hike ahead of you. But you begin heading up the stairs. Perfect time for a conversation if you would like one. I think it's fair to say that everybody except for Tsunari is feeling very tired very quickly.
Yeah.
I don't actually enjoy this anymore.
Do you want to ride on my back, small child?
Yes! Also, I'm still an adult, but that's okay.
Yeah, so you hop
Yeah.
on the back and you continue going up to the roof. The door is unlocked. You exit out. There is quite a strong wind in this place. It just kind of howls through the bowels of this city. And you stand at the top of this place. There's no kind of safety railings or anything like that. You're just on the top of a very tall skyscraper. And you look out at the city below, and it's just a lot of very drab buildings, a lot of concrete, a lot of barriers set up everywhere. And you can see now with your 360 view that this entire place is just it's actually quite a small city, just set up on what seems to be just this sort of artificial island in the middle of some ocean.
Oh, it's an island.
Like, are there people down on the streets? Like,
And you
are
can
they
see
out
very small flecks of
walking?
people, yes, moving around. There's also some spotlights that just kind of like going through the sky as well.
This is very. It's disconcertingly drab.
Flowers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to make a flower.
Okay, you make a flower, it appears.
I throw it to make color.
It's-
I just like start throwing flowers down.
You realize that all the flowers you're throwing are made of plastic.
What the fuck? This is not nature. This is not at all nature.
What?
I don't.
So you can't make real flowers. I can't connect to the internet.
I can still do everything.
Ellie, craft something. See if it turns out plastic.
What did she say?
Oh, craft something. See if it turns out plastic.
Reaches into bag, pulls out some berries and like some fish and starts creating a crafting recipe, like to make a food.
Okay, yeah. You do so, and it creates the food. It appears before you, as you would expect it. As you would expect it in a TV dinner tray.
This is very strange.
What? Ooh, that looks weird. Why is there all parts in it? Ew, it looks kind of mushy.
I've never used it like this before. Takes a handful and tries it.
It-
Still tastes like food.
I like that they separated parts and gave you like a little brownie there. Where did that come from?
Not the fish.
You notice that there is a sudden, very loud noise that kind of cuts through the howling winds of this place as a sort of what looks like a plaza on the ground. Suddenly, a part of it starts ascending, almost elevator-like, and it has on top of it this orb of light, and it's going up and up and up and up and up, and all the spotlights converge on this place. And you hear on some kind of speaker system that seems to be covering the entire city. There is a sort of robotic voice that says, "New supplicants are attempting to leave Beacon. Be aware that they will be judged." And you look to see what that means, and soon there is a series of small like bridges that extend out from this big kind of tower, and they proceed to different kind of different portal-looking doorways, except no fanfare, just like blackness. And you notice there are 3 people that each kind of go out and pass through these doorways.
There, a tower. Surely that will help us escape.
Let's just go there.
Okay, how do we get there is the question.
I can still climb.
Maybe you could craft like a hang glider and we can just swoop down.
We've done that before. I go into my inventory to see if I have the materials to make a glider.
Roll careful, and we'll see what kind of materials you have. We'll say
careful.
you need a 4, I think, because glider sounds like a lot. You got a 1.
Nah.
Unfortunately, you're missing just the one thing you need for a glider.
This is not a good glider. I can't put enough together.
Okay.
I would need more dinosaur wings.
You look to the sky, you see no dinosaurs.
Another thing that makes this place not great, no dinosaurs.
Every flower is plastic, and there's bridges.
Okay.
I can
guess-
just start placing floors until we get across.
That's
You-
true.
Definitely have materials for that.
What happens when you make a floor tile? What does it look like here?
Reaches into her bag, pulls out materials, lays down a floor tile. Just
I imagine you pull out like some wood, maybe some palm leaves, and immediately just a concrete slab appears.
odd. That usually takes more materials.
Is it weight bearing or do I just clip straight through?
You can like do a gentle step onto it. It seems to be sort of defying gravity and doesn't seem to be obeying typical physical laws, so you can stand on it if you want.
Okay, so this might be a viable plan here.
As you're standing on it,
Alright.
however, you notice a flash of bright light as there is a... Hold on. Sorry, I'm getting a lot of noise from someone. I don't know what that is.
Guys, it's picking up. Sorry, my
No
son.
worries. You notice a massive flash of bright light, and there is a billboard on a building nearby you, and indeed billboards across the entire city that suddenly flick on. And on these billboards, you can see that those 3 people that stepped through those portals are now typing for their lives. One is kind of like in a car that is going extremely fast down this sort of futuristic looking highway. One is at this strange little rock concert, and another one is in this kind of hot air balloon while these robots try to destroy the hot air balloon from firing these rail cannons from the ground. And very quickly, you notice that one of the people immediately wipes out in typing terms, and immediately their feed is cut very soon. Another one is cut, and then finally the third one is cut. And you hear, "The supplicants have failed to escape. We will find more for the next time. Have a good evening." And the tower bridges retract, and the tower itself descends back into the ground, the orb of light disappearing.
Training for a death game?
A typing. This is a very. This is definitely a capitalistic hellscape if I have ever seen one.
Capitalistic.
Where everything is done for money, kind of a thing, except it's like bad here.
Okay.
It's complicated.
It's like Baron. It's Baron Barman. Got it.
Yes, but I think that I don't know. I don't know why these people are typing, why they want them to type, why it's a life or death situation.
Yeah, why doesn't everybody just go together and kill them?
We could attempt to rally them.
Yeah, let's break all their computers so they have to look at us and then we'll talk to them.
Yes, let's do that.
But
Yeah.
if you break the computers and they're forced to stop working, that means that they could be targeted for this next round of
Right, and then
whatever.
we'll kill the person that targets them.
Yes, we will go to the tower and kill the people targeting them.
Yeah! Team murder! Team murder!
Team murder, sisters of blood.
Ah!
I feel like this might be a little more complex, but I'm okay. I'll roll with it.
Terrible plan, no, stop us!
So what's everyone doing?
I mean, I don't think Stoops has a better plan. She doesn't know how to get out of here because she doesn't understand the mechanics of what's going on. She doesn't have the internet.
Yep, and I am team let's break every computer and then convince everyone to go and fight the bad guys.
Tsunari
wait.
grabs Rosalind up and starts to run for the stairs.
Wait, oh, okay, so hold on. Are there any, like, cell phone towers or anything?
You see there are numerous antenna on most of the buildings here, but nothing looks cell phone towery to you. Not sure if you know what that is.
Something that would allow me to connect to the internet, kind of thing.
In video game terms, you see a lot of like towers that appear to have little red lights on top of them. So
Okay, before we kill anyone, let's see if we can get some more information first.
Oh, we should probably make sure our weapons aren't plastic.
I mean, that wasn't my first concern, but
It is mine!
okay, yeah, everyone check your gear.
Mine is still metal.
I feel like it would be impossible for your weapons to not be metal, but in both a literal and figurative sense.
Essence of metal.
Feel good? Are our weapons plastic?
As far as you can
Has
tell, they're
anything-
exactly as you expect them to be.
Okay.
What do the orbs do here? Like, can we still
The
access
elemental orbs?
and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can still juggle those around if you would like. The extremely immensely powerful elemental orbs.
I mean, I just pull one out to see
Mhm.
if it's changed or affected by
Nope.
this or anything.
Just a glowy orb.
Okay.
Oh, remember when we
Okay.
played fetch with that back when you were a dog?
Now that we know what they are, I kind of don't want to think about that.
It's made by fairies. I have permission to break it.
Perhaps if we have to play the typing game, we should all try it and see who is fastest.
Oh yeah, okay, we
That's
can do that
true.
once, but then can we break all their computers and start a revolution?
Yes.
Okay, while they're doing that, I'm gonna go see if I can get more information out of people.
Okay, so we're splitting the party. All right, so Tsunari and and Roz head back down the stairs. Stoops, where are you going?
I want to check some other floors to see if there's like any
It's all the same.
other people.
All the same.
It's
Other
all-
people.
Same.
Definitely other people there.
And do I get any other reactions if I try to talk to them?
It kind of depends on what you're saying.
Are
For
they
the most
still-
part, they're very focused on what they're trying to do.
Okay. I ask one of them, "Why are you typing?"
Very kind of like gaunt man, kind of like looks at you a little bit and says, "Because it's the only way out of here."
And how does it get you out of here?
You succeeded there. Games, their trials, you prove your worth.
Okay. Is it possible to beat the game?
No one has yet.
Is it possible that it's impossible? That they don't want you to leave?
If I believe that, then I lose everything. I have to hold on to hope.
How did you get here?
I don't know. Why are you asking me these questions?
Sorry, go back to your work. I will relay my findings to the others.
Okay, you run back up, to another floor. You find just a lot of destroyed computers when you arrive. Although I
What?
will say,
I was legitimately going to roll for it. She
Oh, I'm
has a
sorry.
high clever.
okay, yes. You were going to actually try and learn typing.
Yes.
All right, give me a quick and a clever roll. Let's see how you do.
Okay,
Someone
clever
who's
she
used
has.
to having hands.
Whoa, that's a 7 for
Quick,
clever.
not so much.
Oh wow.
Okay, so your
Oh,
accuracy
boy.
is 100%, and your words per minute is so abysmally low that effectively you just were very carefully making sure you hit every correct key. But the timing was not there, unfortunately. So you're graded fairly low. But Mavis is there. She says, "Don't worry, we can help you improve. Here are some more. Here are some more you can try." And just more words appear.
And I just imagine it's like frustration, building, and then
Barbarian rage. Smash. That is when you arrive. Actually, yeah,
Smash
Roz.
some more. Smash some more.
Roz, you noticed when you came back down here, the computer that Scenari previously smashed was no longer smashed.
They fixed it.
Oh my god.
Did it-
Okay.
I think Rosalind would probably try to figure out how to cheat at this game because she's cheated at every game that we've had, so she's probably just like typing it how to cheat like over and over until it tells her.
Unfortunately, you only get a very bad word score.
What happens if I read someone's mind? Are they just focusing on the words?
If you read somebody's minds, they're very easy to read right now. Yeah, basically, they're doing the kind of devoting themselves entirely to just getting better and just kind of thinking, oh no, I got worse. Oh no, I got worse. I gotta get better. Gotta get better. Gotta get out of here, kind of thing.
Ugh.
But yes, Stoobs, you're able to reconvene with everybody.
Don't think it's possible to beat the game.
I don't either. I think we should cheat or we should break everything and start a revolution. I have a tiara, so people should listen to me.
yes.
Why don't all of you roll clever, by the way? Because there's a very important thing that might be of interest to all of you. So let's see if you spot
Okay.
it.
Ooh,
Two for
5.
Stoobs. Oh, you got 5. So Stoobs, you are the one who notices that the people who are typing here, you don't know how long they've been doing it, but they're all not very good. These seem to be video game characters from different worlds, and they are all quite bad at typing. It seems like this is never a thing they had to do in video games before.
None of these people are from this game. They're all from other places. Like the Myers just dumping them here.
Maybe it's dumping people it doesn't like very much. And hoping to get by the Meyer
What if there are
before.
other people who are fighting the Meyer? I go back to the woman that I talked to before.
Mhm.
Where are you from originally?
Do that. Please.
Listen. None of us are from this game. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know what the Meyer is?
I know things have been changing around here. I know something brought me here, and now all I need to do is get out and I can go home.
I don't think the game is... What you're doing is not going to work.
We just need to get better, and then we can pass the trials. Just need to get better.
Brainwashed, so we gotta break computers and then talk.
Why do they want you to get better at typing? What's the purpose of this?
I don't know. I just need to leave this place.
What
I
if
smash her
we leave
computer.
It goes up in sparks. She recoils from it, and she just looks like you just killed a family member in front of her. She just like silently screams to herself, and just scurries away from all of you immediately.
Well, that's
We need answers. If you want to get out with us, you will give them to us.
She says, "I was going so fast. I had never gone so fast before. Now I'll have to start all over again."
Listen, lady, whatever they're doing, it's like a hamster running on a wheel, okay? You're going nowhere.
You think I don't know that?
Then join us, and we will fight them.
Let me know how that goes.
well, You could come
Been
with us.
successful so far.
Yeah, honestly, we smash a lot of things.
Were you fighting the mire before?
I
What?
don't really know what it is. I can't really say I was fighting it.
Where are you
What
from?
game are you from? Where?
She kind of like looks at this like a moment of recollection, like it's been so long, and she says, "Galaxy Blaster. I was one of the pilots. I'm used to flying, not typing."
Exactly. You should use your strengths. This is stupid. Instead of sitting here doing something you don't know how to do, you should be working on building a plane and using it to get out.
She kind of just looks very downtrodden and says, "It can't be done."
Why? Have you tried? Or are you just sat here going brr, 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 all day?
There are many people here from many places, and they have all tried various things to get out of this place. And there's only one way to leave, and that's why everybody only tries one thing.
But that's
Because they
never
know
worked.
nothing else works.
Well, neither does this, because no one's ever left. All they do is sit here and type and then die.
But we get closer. One day someone will escape. We just need to get better.
I don't think you can win. I think it's set up for you.
Well,
to
I don't
win.
care what you believe. I need to get out of this place. I need to leave. I can't be here anymore.
Okay.
So leave me alone. And she just dashes through the cubicles, going to the elevator. Bing.
I think we broke her.
That these people have been here for a very, very long time, or they're essentially being brainwashed by whatever is happening.
Yeah.
So we have to find the center. We got to find the people who are doing this.
Yes, we must go to the person behind it all and smash them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe if there's a bunch of people from other games, though, maybe we should try to like loot them first and see if they have anything good.
Maybe we should try to what?
Loot them. Like, what if we just
Time-honored tradition.
I'm just saying, everyone's from a bunch of different games. Maybe someone will have something useful.
They're all in a very difficult situation right now.
But if they're not using it, it could help us liberate them.
Mm-hmm. So this is like perfect anti-hero stuff, right? You steal from people to ultimately help.
This
I thought
feels
the good
like
person-
it's.
You hear the speakers come on once again, as the booming robotic voice floods the city saying, "We are now accepting new supplicants. Proceed to the plaza to submit."
There, that is our chance to fight them.
All right, let's go to the plaza.
I
All right. Elevator or stairs?
Stairs.
Stairs.
we don't trust that elevator.
Come on, it's so lovely. We got a nice glow in there, some beautiful music going on.
Grabs the
Lights.
Rosalind and starts just taking the stairs downward, four at a time.
Even more furiously down the stairs. Yes, you run down the stairs, skipping so many steps at a time, Scenari. You just start jumping, such is the strength of your
It's just-
barbaric legs.
Down a
leaving-
light, down
Yeah.
a landing.
Just leaving cracks in the ground in your wake. Excellent. Yes. Eventually, you find the exit to this just dreadful building that you're in, and you exit to this. Fortunately, it is dreadful and dreary out here as well. There are a few sort of like electronic lamps everywhere, street lights that just kind of all look the same, going in various directions. Many of the buildings look the same. This place is truly devoid of much personality. But you easily manage to find your way towards the plaza. And when you head over there, there aren't many people here at all. There's about 5 or so people who seem to be very nervous standing around. And you don't see them talking to anybody. You don't notice a desk to come up to or anything like that. They're just kind of standing around, waiting.
Hi.
Kind of all look at you, and just one of them waves.
What's your name? I'm Rosalind. I'm a princess now.
Kind of turns away from you.
Listen, we're kind of new. We're just trying to figure out what's going on here. What's happening?
One
What
of
are
them
you all waiting for?
one of them steps forward and says to you, "This is our only escape from this place. If you're new here, then you should probably not be here. Unless you happen to be
what
expert
does-
typists."
No.
then you will do best to turn around.
So, like, how does it work?
We submit ourselves, the best among us are chosen, and we do our best to leave this place by facing their trials.
Why don't you
So,
just face
like,
them?
but wait,
Who?
Well, who's sending you there?
I don't know who they are.
you've never seen them or encountered them,
We hear them.
What do they say?
just over the loudspeaker.
Correct.
Is it?
They make
Well, that
announcements.
has to come from somewhere. Can't just exist out of nothing. Or at least I think it can't. Well,
As a video game character, you know that's not true.
no, actually, it totally can't. I make things out of nothing all the time. Plastic flowers.
Just so many flowers.
So what game are you from originally?
You asking the person who was talking to you?
Mm-hmm.
They say, you know that social media farming game?
No.
Well, that was me.
Takeaway? Oh.
That's
Farm
sounds good.
Town. That's where I'm from. No
You know-
typing there.
I don't know if this is an improvement or not for you. I'm sorry. So,
What do you mean? Are you suggesting it can be
Ah.
different from this? I don't understand.
Oh yes, look, where I come from, I just make flowers like this. Right now
No.
they're plastic.
No time gates? Impossible.
Time
ah,
gates? What's that? Like, oh, you have time magic?
Don't speak to me anymore. I don't like what I'm seeing. The one who had the confidence to speak to you is now perturbed and walks away.
Zeus, why do I break all of them? What am I doing wrong?
okay. Do we see like a groove in the ground where this pillar goes up at
No.
all or anything like that?
Not at all.
This place has cast a spell on all of them. They are all bewitched by it, and they are not going to help us. If we wish to free ourselves, we must do it ourselves.
Maybe we should
Okay.
break their speaker first. That way they can't give evil messages anymore.
You hear the loudspeaker, supplicants, enter the booths if you wish to partake in the trial. And suddenly, a bunch of effectively cuboids just appear out of the ground and just disappear until it's just a black recess to be walked into. And the people with you start walking into and just disappear silently.
Okay, what's the plan? Do we want to go in there? Do we want to try to break
Oh,
things?
I don't think we want to go in there.
Okay. What
At
do you
least
think,
not
Snarly?
yet.
Sometimes I do not have the correct answer, and this might be one of those times.
Hey, but you're so smart and you know how to break so many things.
But there doesn't appear to be anything to break.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, to find the thing that we have to break.
Mm.
We broke the computers and they just sort of healed themselves.
Mhm.
What happens? Yeah, what happens if we break the speaker? Like the PA system?
Which one? There's
Is there one
many.
by us?
Yeah, there's one by you. There's one that's several kind of like set up around the plaza.
Let's start destroying the city.
Yes!
And then we will see if they respond. If they send out people to fight, then we have something to smash.
Okay, yeah, I really have no other plans, so yes, let's go with this.
Then you
We're gonna
hear
destroy the city.
you hear from the speakers, new supplicants have been accepted, and then the booths disappear, and once again the tower starts rising. The orb appears at the very top, going up towards the sky.
I want to get the orb.
Okay, as the tower rises, can I just like grab onto it and ride it up?
Whoa.
Give me a quick roll. Let's see if you can. It'll be pretty
Oh,
easy.
not quick, not quick.
You just need
Ah.
a 2. Hey!
Ah!
You grab
Hey!
on with your pinky, but fortunately you're so strong that your pinky carries much weight. And you are now rising up with this tower.
Oh, no. I grab on Sonari's legs. I don't know.
Sonari, extra weight put on that pinky, but you're so strong it's fine.
Rosalind was
Just,
already
like,
riding my
Create a
back.
plastic
So.
vine and
Okay, that
lasso
works.
it to Stoops.
So now the 3 of you are just ascending as this pillar rises up to the skyline. The bright light almost blinding you, Sonari, as you look into it. And then moments later, you hear the sound of the billboards turning on. The bridges extend from out of this place and create the dark doorways that seem to disappear into nothingness. And you see the people you are with walking along. Only 3 of them, though. 2 of them, it's unclear what happened to them. And they now start walking towards these portal-like doorways.
Okay.
So there's an orb at the top of the tower.
There is, very big, very bright.
Should we smash the orb?
I'm team smash everything.
I mean, sure. Can you lob me up though?
Yeah.
I say dangling like 10 feet below the like.
Yeah, the 3 of you manage to clamber on, and you're completely blinded by this orb that is just enveloping your space right now.
Yes. So we clamber up on top of it, and this orb, how big is it?
It is about the size of, I don't know, a truck. If a
Okay.
truck was a square or a sphere.
Sphere.
Yeah.
I punch it.
There's nothing there.
Incorporeal.
Oh. I'm gonna like scoot back down so I'm not being blinded. Can I mind link with one of the guys so I can see what they're doing in there?
Do quick again, because they're just about to disappear into their respective portals.
No, I cannot. Ow, light hurts.
You spend too much time, unfortunately, and by the time you try and look at one, they're already gone, and you notice that on the billboards, their trials have begun. And it doesn't take too long before one of them is eliminated.
This is barbaric in a very weird sense of the word.
No, if it were barbaric, I could smash it.
That's true. So there's it like, is the light just hovering there?
Yeah, it's just a big orb of intangible light.
Oh, what if I fill it with flowers?
Then there's just a bunch of flowers.
Maybe we should
Does
just
it
break
seem to
what's
be-
holding it.
Perhaps if we try to break the tower, that
Is
will
it- so-
draw out the people to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Another type is
So is
eliminated. Only one remains.
Is it a platform? Or is it like an actual column tower?
It's
that's gone up?
Basically, everything that moves in this way is that kind of extrudes like this is just the same gray substance, and it and what you're standing on right now is basically an octagon that just has extended really high into the sky, and just bits of it open and extend as needed.
Like a
Okay,
pillar.
But
Yeah,
so it's not just like floating. It's not
No.
hovering.
it's connected
okay.
to the ground.
What is the light? What does the light have to do with this?
Oh, Nevu can't hear you.
Oh, no, I'm not saying anything important. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
What beats light? What beats light?
Blood and darkness.
So maybe we just need to make curtains around it so the light can't get out.
We don't know that the light is the enemy.
We don't know it's not.
That's true.
New record has been set by the supplicant. And you look to the billboards and see that the person on the screen, they're currently in the airship. They apparently have gone further than anybody before. And it is a exciting moment, potentially. You can't really gauge much reaction from any of the people who exist here from your perch where you are right now. But it also means that you're not sort of plunging to the ground anytime soon. So that
Are there like doorways
does
back
it-
into the pillar from the platforms?
There were. They have since been closed.
Okay.
Hmm.
Just kind of scratch his head with his axe.
A little spark
Take out
of
the
electricity
gun.
goes off. Sorry, you take out the laser rifle.
Yes. Does it work?
Yeah, it currently has cooled down a little bit.
Okay. Do you guys want me to shoot a billboard? I shoot a billboard.
You fire a beam of energy. It strikes the billboard. It kind of shatters with sparks, and seems to be inoperable.
Okay, I think we might just have to go play the stupid type game.
Supplicant has successfully escaped.
Where did they go?
Whoa.
Oh.
What,
And you
what
see
does
that
it
on-
show? What does...
Well, you shot a billboard, but fortunately there are many more in the plaza. So you look to one of the non-broken billboards, and you see that this person basically took an airship out, and you can see that the waters this airship was floating over, there's a little bit of land, and they've landed on it, and there is just this sort of camera shot of them just running for their lives in a different direction away from this place, you assume.
Okay, so they like away from this island, basically.
As far as you can tell, yes. And the voice says, you too can escape if you choose to improve.
But
I
that's
won't-
Azria. That's
I don't
Sylvia
think we
Willow.
should play their game.
don't
I
we
think
should.
we should build a raft.
Yeah,
I have a blueprint for a raft.
yeah. Let's build a raft.
We build those in Arch Evolved.
I don't know what that
Let's
is.
do it.
My
what
home.
materials?
Oh,
After we escaped the exiled lands and I came here, that was the next land we found and where we built our castle.
oh. So maybe we just cut up all the desks and make that into rafts.
There is plenty of materials here to scavenge.
Mm.
All right. Let's make a raft. But first we got to get down.
Oh, yeah.
Well, with the escaped supplicant, the bridge recedes back, and the pillar slowly, gently brings you back down to the ground, and the light fades.
I still don't trust you, Light. I think you're the
It doesn't respond.
bad guy.
I don't understand who's doing this. Like, what is keeping them here? What is enforcing this?
Maybe we'll find out when we make a raft.
That's true.
Hopefully it's something we can just kill. You know, I have realized something about myself. I'm not very good at anything that doesn't require killing things and smashing things.
Such is the life of a video game character.
I feel like that's the game that we're a part of, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we all feel a little out of our depths here.
Yeah.
We can try building the raft, though.
Love the idea of a raft.
Let's do it. What all do we need?
She looks at her blueprint. They start mentioning materials.
I start looking around, trying
Oh, wait, we're
to
gonna
find
search for
anything
raft
salvageable.
material?
Okay, this is a big operation to undertake, so why don't you all roll... let's do clever just to gather materials and see how well that goes.
5?
Roz, what do you think you get distracted by?
Honestly, Rosalind got distracted by someone. Like, they had something shiny, like, and she's like, what's that? What's that? What's the thing you're holding?
Once again, another person who flees at the sight of you after too long. Excellent. Meanwhile, Sonari and Stoops, it is tricky to find the things you need here. It is an extensive search that you have to do before you find things that will be applicable. Indeed, the desks are kind of a sort of fake plasticky wood, which you hope is good enough. It seems to pop on the blueprint, which is a good start. You don't see any palm fronds nearby, but like you get some plastic plants and assume that might maybe work. And in terms of like rigging and stuff, you get some cord, that plugged into lamps and things. I think this could do it.
Take
So-
a rug and make a sail.
Yeah, exactly. So you have stuff. You could definitely make a raft out of these things.
So she goes about crafting a raft.
All right. Let's go ahead and roll to see how well you craft this raft.
If this
Clever
thing
again?
pops into
yes.
existence and it's like one of those yellow inflatable emergency rafts, I'm gonna be so freaking angry.
Oh no, but you put the idea in my head now.
Well,
6.
6 is good.
Beautiful. I just remembered. Do you have a crafting based stunt? I forget.
Not a stunt, but she has,
You have an aspect.
her high concept.
Cool. Well, you don't need it because a 6 is sufficient to create a raft. So you go about constructing it. There's no real beat to this place. There's just kind of a wall of where the city is, and then just artificial ground, and then ocean. But yes, you construct a raft, and it is just a very small yellow dinghy. Oars not included.
Get in.
And
I
it's
will
strange.
push us.
You definitely need a rug for the sail. You don't see a sail on this thing.
Get in, and I will push us.
Yeah, I'm ready.
You're gonna
to leave.
push us in the water. I
With-
feel like we need paddles.
Oh, wait, oh.
My legs are the paddles.
Oh,
That's accurate. Okay.
okay.
That's accurate.
Great. Okay, yes. You'll hop into the beautiful raft. You
And
shove
I just
it.
kind of like put myself halfway on it and start kicking.
Yeah, of course.
I feel like
You,
we're all gonna die, guys.
you shove it into the waters, and you notice that it goes straight through the water. With, I guess, rosin stews in it. So
So like it doesn't float.
it's more like the water doesn't exist. And you just start falling on the raft, Stoops and Rosalind. You see the entire city above you. You see just gray everywhere else. And that's what life is for you right now.
I guess I'll start creating a vine.
All right, do another quick to see if you can latch onto something quick enough.
Well, I mean, my hope is not just quick, just making one long enough, just eventually get to the top.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So just
that sounds pretty
eventually
careful.
whoever Suneri sees it.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll careful then.
Oh, fuck! I screwed myself so bad. Okay. No.
Oh man.
You extend the vine up. Due to its new plasticky nature, it kind of starts to wilt and fall down very quickly from what you created.
This is
And now you
Well-
and Stoops are a significant distance away from wherever this city was.
We'll just live here now. That's fine. We can build a castle out of something. I don't
You
know.
know, I
It
just
can be an invisible castle.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can I connect to the internet? I'm trying to think of anything that I
Yeah,
can
you
do.
can try. At the moment, it says no connection. No connection.
And I use my grappling hook to catch them.
Yes. Go ahead and roll quick. Because you're basically blind shooting this because you can't actually see below the
Come on,
waters.
quick. Don't screw me over.
Ooh.
Maybe you hit
Can-
them. Maybe you didn't. But
Can I use a fate point to add 2 to that with my builder warrior?
I don't know if Build a Warrior applies to
Okay.
grappling a person falling down.
Fair enough.
Rosin Stoops,
I
at this
am-
point, the city you fell from is like quickly turning into almost nothing in the sky, and it's great.
Well,
It occurs to you,
what?
you don't know if this game can deal with characters falling off the map. You don't know if that's come up enough for that to be a problem.
If we live here, we just live here now. That's okay.
yeah.
Sisters of blood, stick together.
She leaps off.
You look in the water, see if there's anything you can glean from it, and you just decide to go for it. And you leap, and no splash, just as though it's just an illusion. You start falling through the air, and Rosin Stoops. Eventually, you can't see a city anymore, but you do see like a something what is that? It's getting slightly bigger. And then soon you realize there's a glint of cybernetics as Tsunari is just falling down towards you. Not fast enough to like punch the boat or anything.
Okay.
Totally catching up.
So we're just kind of chilling in this
Meaning
raft.
we've hit terminal velocity.
And yeah.
You know what? Why don't we just build a castle down here?
An eternally falling castle.
An eternally falling castle.
Wait,
This is not what I was expecting.
this is not what I was expecting either.
Nope, but I feel like we have to adapt. And if I'm gonna live in a blank world, let's at least live in a blank castle instead of a raft.
About a day passes.
What?
So how much of a castle have we built?
Well,
We have a falling castle now.
you've kind of like laid out a few stones and very quickly ran out of building materials, so it's just
Oh,
a sad thing that has no foundation in this rubber dinghy.
Just a little hut.
Yeah.
Made it into a house dinghy.
You're very fortunate, Scenario, that your meters from your game aren't with you right now, because you'd have died of thirst a long time ago.
Oh no.
I am just. I will spend as many fate points as necessary. I want to access the code.
Okay. I forgot you could do this. Go for it. Great. Go ahead and roll clever. And yeah, go ahead and spend a fate point because you're doing something very naughty. Not allowed.
That's a 1.
Okay. Would you like to do anything to that?
I don't have my Wi-Fi connection, so I can't invoke that. No.
All right. Another day passes. 2 days you've been falling in this dinghy just with yourselves and nobody else here.
You know what? I just wanted to go to a place where the Mire couldn't hurt us and the Chaos Lord couldn't hurt us and we could be happy forever. And you know what? I'm cool with this. No one can take something from us if they can't find us.
I mean, does it ever stop? What if you shoot your gun below us?
It's so bomb.
It just kind of like floats with you because you're all falling at the same speed. And then
Oh,
it's here.
shit. Shit. I throw it away before
You kind of boot it as best you can. It goes.
Does the Codex work here?
The codec? You can give it a go.
Oh,
Who would you
yeah,
like to try and call?
Anyone? The scientist?
All right.
Yeah, the scientist seems like a good call here.
You hear. Hello! Rosalind!
Oh,
how's it
thank
going?
God!
I'm falling into an abyss in a world about people who type a lot, and I didn't have enough materials to build a castle even though I have a crown, so now I just live in a hut.
You fell in an abyss? Isn't there some kind of a kill box or something that's getting you? Did you
No, 'cause
bypass
we
the
fell
kill
into
box?
The world. The world broke.
Oh,
Yes,
what?
I get it. There should be a kill box. Hit the kill box. It's a thing that makes sure that if things do fall through, they eventually die so they don't just fall forever. How long have you been falling for?
2 days.
2 days?
Okay, there's no kill box. Well, this is very serious. This is very bad. You are now in purgatory.
Uh-huh.
In case you weren't aware already. You probably are.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get back to you. Bloop.
Wait, no, just send us some materials to make a house. I'm gonna call people and prank call them again.
Okay, you just stop prank
I
calling
have
random
one
people.
person that I would like to call before you do that.
I pass it over to you.
Then you can prank call as many people as you want because we are all very bored right now.
You get a call before you're able to call anybody. The codec starts ringing.
I pick it up.
It's me.
Huh?
We escaped from the terrible math world. We're looking to re-rendezvous with you. Where are you? What's your
We're falling
location?
into the abyss.
We're
I don't
in
know where that is.
purgatory.
Can you make it? here soon.
No, we live here now.
Okay.
We've been falling for 2 days and we haven't hit the quote kill box.
I see. You want me to report you KIA?
What does that mean?
Killed
maybe
in
not
action.
yet.
Missing in action then. Since you
Yeah,
are
I thought
still
you were
alive.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, can you start gathering stuff to make a castle?
No, I got a mission I have to get to, unfortunately.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, we're really just stuck here right now.
At least you didn't have to deal with the math riddles. But I got through them. I always get through.
Did you use a cardboard box?
I mean, we're
I
kind of trapped
did.
in a world wherein the only way
How-
out
wait, wait,
is
wait.
by
How did the cardboard
typing
box
fast.
help? How does it work?
I managed to negotiate my way around the equations until I had the right answer. I avoided their century systems.
Ah, so you okay? We should have done that.
But I'm a trained stealth operative. Not everybody can use these advanced stealth tactics like me.
Right. Okay.
Your
Okay,
dragon
Um,
is still here, as is your robotic dinosaur.
That's good. I have plenty of them, but I like that one.
I need to get moving back to base, so I'll catch you around sometime.
Bye.
thanks for your help. I would like to call Duncan.
Okay, you're calling Duncan the training dummy. Yep, you go, and immediately you hear, hello? What,
Hey.
Scoops, is that you?
Yeah, this is Stoops.
You've been offline for a long time. I didn't know what had happened. I kind of assumed the worst.
How many days has it been there?
In Phantasera, since you've been offline?
Yeah.
It's been about 2 years. Why?
Because
Uh,
it's been 2 days here.
Oh, no, sorry. I misread the thing. It's been 2 days here as well.
Oh my god.
Apologies.
It's okay. So, we're in purgatory. We fell off
Which
the
game
edge
is
of
that?
so that's the thing. I need you to look up a game that has a city called Beacon, where the only way off the island, the city island, is
Okay.
by typing.
Weird, but all right. Let's give it a go. You hear that Duncan immediately starts punching in, trying to get information about this place, and says, "Okay, well, do you want the good news or the bad news?"
Good news.
Okay, I lied. There is no good news.
Oh, less bad news.
Great.
So the bad news is there's a game about typing in beacons, but it's nothing like what you described. Nothing at all. If
Okay.
you're seeing
so-
something else, then somebody's changed.
Somebody or the
Okay.
Meyer?
Good question. I'm not sure.
Can you change it back?
I don't feel entirely comfortable. I mean, I tried to help Stews, but when that happened, she went catatonic for a while, and then things really, really broke, and I don't know. I've been looking through these manuals, and none of them make any sense. It's really hard.
I understand, but also, Stoobs broke here because we're stuck here forever, and probably one of us will break mentally at some point.
You said you're in purgatory? What does that mean exactly?
We're falling in the
it's-
abyss forever, and we don't even have enough stuff to make a house, so we're in a raft with a wall.
Oh, no.
Or a kill box.
Or a kill box.
No kill box. Oh, that's really bad. Okay,
Right.
here's something I can do. I can try and set all your Y coordinates. It's very simple, very non-invasive. It shouldn't break many things, but it might. But that's the only way I can think of getting you out there without breaking more stuff.
I don't know what
Okay.
that means.
Okay,
I don't either.
it's for the best.
Okay. What are the side effects of this?
Hey, Stoobs, I'm very new to this just like you. I have not done the experiments requisite for this because every time I do anything, things break horribly. So that's the side effect.
Okay. Can we help at all on this end?
Yes, honestly, your expertise could really help me out. Just
Okay.
look over these data libraries that Oh, you're still offline. That's weird.
Yeah. So there's no way for me to connect here. It is a complete dead zone.
That's really
Ye-
rough.
It's bad.
Yeah. Okay.
No information, nothing. So what is this game originally?
It's a typing game. You learn typing. It's very chill. It's an educational game. There are some other like little games you can play as well. They look very charming and colorful.
There's
Okay,
no
well, it's-
colors here.
Right. Maybe there's a problem with the rendering.
No, I don't. What is rendering?
I don't. I think you're right. I think someone has changed this place significantly, or the Mire has done something because everyone who's here is from a different game,
If
and
you and
they're
I,
all sort of like.
if you and I have figured this out, Stoops, it means other people potentially could as well. And I don't know if the Maya can as well. If it can, that's very terrifying. Then again, it's already breaking things. Ugh, that's a grim
We
prospect.
created a fully sentient entity at one point.
Yeah, I killed it.
Metal.
Okay, I don't want to waste any more time. We should do this quickly before your Y coordinate starts to create a floating point error.
Okay, let's do it.
Stoops,
Let's do
I'll read some of the manual. You just make sure I'm not doing anything wrong. Here we go. So Stoops, go ahead and roll clever to create an advantage. See if you can
I'm rubber ducking it.
help. Exactly, yes. See if you can help out Duncan. Okay. You created, let me see. So that was the difficulty. Let's see what happens on a tie to create an advantage. Where is it? Get a boost. Cool.
Okay.
So I don't need to put it on the page because it'll be used immediately. So Duncan's going to go ahead and roll his clever to see if he can reset all your Y coordinates and get you out of purgatory. If he fails, we'll see what goes on from there.
Come on, buddy.
What's your clever, Stoops? It's 3?
It is +3, yes.
Okay. Cool. Let's do this. So here's Duncan's roll. It's a 4.
Yay!
I'm going to take a
Okay.
+2 from your help, Stoops, making that a 6.
Okay.
Suddenly, you all feel a great big lurch, and let's say, Hold on 1 second.
Scared. No, I'm holding on.
Let's do this because this is fun.
Oh, God.
13 added to the instability. As the entire world seems to shake a little bit, but fortunately very little's been changed. Immediately, you all find yourselves standing back in Beacon City.
Ah, great.
Ah,
Okay. Okay. Maybe we should just call that.
And the
Seven.
codec stops working.
What? No.
Shit. I turned to Sonari and I'm just like, can we fix it?
I have some electronic parts.
We could also
I
get
am
the
going to
computer
see if
over.
what she has is gonna connect.
Yeah, why don't you roll clever, Stoops, to see if anything there can be used to make something useful.
One?
Do you want me to roll also, or?
I don't think so at this moment.
Okay.
It seems like looking at the stuff, this is just like not gonna cut it.
All right.
Okay.
So, what do we do now?
Right now. I'm gonna try to hack a computer, and then I feel like we need to burn this place to the ground.
Oh, we're gonna hack and burn. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, hack and burn.
Hack and burn.
Hack and burn.
Hack and burn. Hack and burn.
Okay, hack and burn. I'm just like, why? Go find a computer.
Okay, you go into the nearest building and immediately there's a computer there.
All right, I sit down. Is it the same godforsaken program?
You know it is.
Okay. I, Katie, know nothing about computers. Stu's, however, would know a great deal.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know how she does this, but I would like to try to, I don't know, get into the
You would like try like a secret developer code to see if you could like access different parts of the functionality of the computer or something.
yes, something, get into the, I know there's a specific word for it, but like when you pop up like
The command
it's
box.
thing in like command box and you can go into like the
Console.
list of like all the programs on the computer. Yes.
Sounds
yeah,
good.
Just, yeah.
Okay. Sounds great. Go ahead and roll clever to see if you can hack into this terminal.
Oh boy.
You hack into this terminal. You try a bunch of different things, and then it takes a long time as well. You're just trying things, probing your mind, because you have access to these, just remembering what other things could I use, and then get an idea, punch it in, and then you're in a special developer version of this program, and you say, I'm in.
Yes, I'm in. Okay, what kind of information do I have access
So basically,
to
you
other
get
than just like the base program?
you get a lot of ideas of how the sort of development of the app that you use on this terminal is set up, as well as how it is connected to other parts of the city. Well, how you have kind of like access to all the electronics, the speakers, the billboards, the things that can move stuff around. You find a lot of commands that can open various doors and like extend various platforms, but they all have these weird like hexadecimal names, so it'd be just be trial and error. There's a massive library of them. Otherwise, I think the thing that sparks your notice the most is something called debug mode, which is something that can be applied to a person. You notice every person who exists here has some string of characters representing them. Three of you as well are able to be seen. You can apply debug mode to the three of you if you wanted to.
What would this do? Do I know?
This unit will reset all the progress we made.
With a 6, I can tell you that debug mode essentially allows you to ignore various rules of this.
Oh. Okay.
So, for example, it could mean that every time you type A, it like immediately does the word correctly for you. It could be that you fly. It could be that you what else? You have God mode on and can't die here. Stuff like that.
So you figured out how to cheat, is what you're saying.
Yes. We have
Hell
figured
yeah.
out all of the cheat codes. I will apply debug mode to
Okay.
Um,
You all feel a very unusual change, and it's hard to pin down what it feels like, but it's liberating in a way.
Huh.
Like you can do no wrong.
I
Oh,
never
that's
do.
worrying. Thomas.
Stoops. Hey, Stoops. Stoops, we should do it to the sad lady, too. Because she's really sad.
I'm wondering if we should do this to everyone?
Okay, but if we do it to everyone, then I feel like people are gonna get suspicious and they might not pick us in the competition to win so we can get out. So, but if we just do it to one lady, then...
Well,
We
so my
did ruin
initial-
her computer.
Yes. So my initial thought with this was that we would figure out what's going on here, and we would get everyone out. Or at least try to. That was
Let's
my
make
hope.
everybody in debug mode. Let's bring chaos!
Did somebody say chaos?
Okay, I am going to apply. Well, actually, so can I see like who all is here? I
Again,
have
every
that
person
data?
is represented by a bunch of strings of characters, and you can get like their locations, but you can't really get much more information about them.
Okay. So does it say like if there's an admin user or something like that?
No, nothing like that. It's just a bunch of
Okay.
entities that are strings.
Teleportation thing? Is there anyone like in a spot that'd be weird? Like someone not sitting in front of a computer?
You would have to pass through quite a few things, but like you got all the time in the world at this point, so you can dive through that if you would like to. So
Okay,
far,
yeah.
all the entities seem to just be in various different buildings about this place, different floors, different buildings. Nothing strikes you as out of place, except for maybe the three of you. But no, you're in the building. Never mind.
Okay.
Okay. Is there a way that I can like talk over the loudspeakers?
Yes, you can
Yeah,
try and
I
hack
have
into
access
those
to them.
and see if you can speak into them. Absolutely.
Okay.
What are you gonna
So, that we think that Lemire or someone has contaminated this game and is keeping everyone hostage, and then I'm gonna turn on debug mode on everyone so that we can all get out of here?
say? That sounds good.
Okay, let's do this. I attempt to hack the
Okay. Do another
uh,
clever roll. This will be a bit easier, so we'll call it.
speakers. It's a
You do
3.
it. You're in.
Okay.
You
I
hear the
press and hold
crackle
the space bar.
from the yeah, you hear the crackle coming from the speakers all across the city.
Hello? Hello? Is this thing on? Do I hear it?
Yeah, you start hearing echoing about the place, your voice.
I hear it.
You didn't think you sounded like that, Stu, but apparently that's what you sound like.
Oh, that's nasally. Okay, hey everyone. So my name's Stoobs from Phantasria. We're a little new here. We just showed up. So we think that the Meyer has or someone has kind of
Sunari,
messed
you
with
see
this
on the
whole-
screen, there's a little prompt that comes up that says intrusion detected. But otherwise, nothing else.
So, we're busting out of here. And we're gonna give you the power to do that too, hopefully. So, if you would like to join this insurrection and possibly start a rebellion and maybe, get home to your friends and families without having to go through a god-awful test that might actually kill you, yeah, this one's for you. And I turn on Diva.
Okay.
Look, pointed out.
Ooh.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
Weirdly,
Can I
nothing feels
trace
like
it?
it's changed. Can you trace it? Go ahead, roll clever again. Let's get these hacker skills going.
That's a 2. Not so
your
great.
Computer gets bricked immediately. It is unoperable.
Well, we
Oh.
have the debug mode. So let's go and see if we can get through the plaza now.
Yeah,
And hopefully then we can beat the game and escape with our...
what did it do? What did it do? Let's figure it out.
Let's try it on one of the computers.
Yeah. I turned
Okay.
it on.
Okay, so Rosalind, you're in front of this thing. It's again just like, hey, would you like to begin? You kind of skip through all the stuff. You put your name as just J or whatever you're hammering at the time. And then it starts giving you a test to see how good you are. And you start hammering, and it's just like every single time you tap any letter, it just fills in the word automatically. And you get a score of 180%.
Guys, cheating works.
And
Very
News is like,
good.
wow, you're very good at typing, but you can always practice some more. Here are some more training exercises.
Oh, thank you,
this
Link.
thing. Okay. All right. We can do this. All right. Let's go see what's out there.
Okay, you head back
Flowers
through this
still
place.
Plastic. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, they are, unfortunately. You head through this place.
Oh.
There are more people than you noticed before. It seems like these people who were in front of their computers the entire time, they very quickly noticed that everything they did was correct, and now they are just fleeing to the plaza to just be like, I want out, I want out, I want out, I want out. So more and more of a crowd starts to appear, and they're just waiting for the voice to allow them access to the next area.
Hold on to me. When the tower rises, we will ride it up again. I do not trust these booths.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that 2 people disappeared last time.
Yeah, that makes me very uncomfortable.
And you have to wait a little bit. There's a very nervous tension in the air. All these people kind of like sitting around hoping that this is kind of their golden ticket to leave this hellhole. You, of course, uncertain of what lies ahead of you, but knowing you have the power to overcome anything if indeed the opportunity presents itself. And then soon, like clockwork, you hear supplicants may proceed to the plaza, and then immediately everything goes off. The booths open up, people rush inside them. The tower starts rising up from the ground, and it's chaos, utter chaos, as all these people are desperately scrambling to get out of here.
I guess we
Lost
ride.
in-
Oh,
What was that, Naomi?
Oh, can I
What
just
was
put a mind link in between the 3 of us so in case we get
Oh,
separated?
yes.
oh yeah.
You can
Yeah.
now telepathically communicate with each other. The crowd that has gathered is quite powerful, and it's got a bit of fervor behind it, a bit of desperation. You are all getting knocked around and separated from each other pretty easily with this entire crowd. They don't appear to be parting anytime soon.
only a couple can come back out. Does that mean we're killing everyone by sending them in?
I actually wanted to make an announcement like before all this happened, but everything happened, so to tell them like, hey, last time 5 people showed up, only 3 of them went in.
You look at one person kind of like, oh, wait, you saying that to somebody, or are you just thinking out loud?
Well, like if it were possible to like just yell that into the crowd, just be like, hey,
You do notice
just
that one
so you
person
all know.
looks at you and says, oh yes, that was me. I didn't make it through the first round, but this time I will. I have the power now.
Ah,
Everyone
good.
has that.
All right, and I would also just like to yell, just stay calm, everyone.
Nobody stays
We're
calm.
all getting out of here.
The 3 of you are dragged by this crowd in different directions. Unless there is something that can part this crowd, you're all going somewhere else.
This was where I was saying, could we
Um,
ride the tower up again?
Yeah, you could try and move towards the tower. To do so, you would all need to succeed at a forceful roll. Difficulty of
Okay.
2.
Let's try this.
Of course, Tsunari's absolutely fine with a 7. So Tsunari and Stoobs make it, and Rosalind make it to the pillar as it's ascending up. Stoobs, you desperately try to get through the crowd, but you are forced through one of the booths and you disappear from this place.
Stoops.
The telepathic link still seems to be working,
God.
however.
I'll just be like, okay, it's fine. We're good. I'm alive. All good.
You're in pitch black, Stoobs.
Very dark in here.
And you see before you
Can't see anything.
a big sign that says, or rather just letters that appear in this darkness, and they say, the test begins now. Go. And just words start flying at you. And there's a holographic typing interface for you as well.
I start doing the thing.
You do it. You get kind of an indication of what kind of scoring performance you're doing. It immediately just kind of shoots to the top. You do notice that there is a leaderboard here, and that while your name is at the top, it is overlapped by dozens and dozens of other names. You're uncertain what it means if everybody wins.
Oh no.
Win first.
Meanwhile, Tsunari and Roz, you are hurtling towards the sky, big bright orb, and as you're going up, you see that the billboards start to glitch ever so slightly. Just there is something very wrong here. Some of the spotlights start to. Well,
Sonari, I think the world's breaking.
That sounds like it is for the best.
let it break, I say. Let it all break. Stoobs, it is revealed to you that you are in the top 50, along with the 50 other participants.
That tells you nothing.
By sheer serendipity, your name is selected above all others, and suddenly you can see a white door open before you.
It through the link. I'm just like, okay, we're going through a white door. This could be bad. I don't know what's happening. I walked through it.
As soon as you go through it, Tsunari and Rosalind, you can see that on one of the bridges that extended, Stoobs has walked out.
So they climb over towards that bridge.
You are now with her on this very thin, precarious bridge.
Okay, so it was just typing. Did anyone else come out?
2 other people from the 2 other bridges are just sprinting towards the doors.
I think. What were you saying?
Let's just go to the same door together at the same time.
Yes.
Yep. All right. Let's go.
Sisters of
And,
blood.
Yes. I grab their hands and just sisters of blood.
Sisters of blood.
All right.
Okay. You leap through the door, and immediately you kind of enter another sort of between space of just blackness, and you all see error, rebooting. And you all find yourselves again, on that kind of like futuristic highway that you saw being projected on the billboards earlier, the three of you are in a car, which is not a new experience for Rosalind Stoops. It might be a new experience for you, Tsunari. A very cool looking futuristic sports car. And it says, there's a little sign up above that says exit, and it's kind of pointing down the highway. And there's no steering wheel, there's no throttle, there is only a keyboard.
I just start.
You start hammering on the keyboard, and this car just starts tearing down this highway at an incredible speed. Before long, you hear the sounds of sirens behind you as some kind of type cops are chasing you in their own sort of sci-fi sports cars. So just
Sorry, do you want some bombs?
Yes.
I pass you some.
boop, you acquire bomb.
Turn around and throw bombs at them.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll forceful scenario. Let's see what damage you can do.
Oh my goodness.
6.
Oh my
Blow up one
god.
car, and it flips onto another, and they both explode in just an inferno.
High
You-
fives, Rosalind.
Sorry, you're so cool.
So are you.
Absolutely incredible. You keep hammering on the keyboard, Stoobs. No check required because you go. And the faster that you go, you can see that this sort of futuristic, sort of VTOL helicopter-like vehicle appears, shines a spotlight on all of you. It's got flashing lights as well. And they give no commands, but they kind of like try to fly to intercept you, kind of like go in front of you, just stop you.
Oh.
Hey, Rosalind, that would be a great time to shoot something or throw a bomb.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass a bomb to Snarry and one to me, and we'll both throw one and see.
All right, double forceful. Let's see how this goes.
Another 6.
Oh my
Another
god.
six. These are
God.
good bombs.
Oh my god.
You throw out these bombs, and they explode with just like Devil's Head appearing, since we just got 6 and 6. And you bring the very unique damage variant from Tazria called what was it? It was like Dark Fire, I think, which is a flame that cannot be resisted or reduced in any kind of way, and immediately this flame napalm like just envelops this flying vehicle, and it just starts melting and crumbling on itself, starts faltering a little bit, and just starts just smashing into the ground, rolling around in this big inferno. The fire, Greek fire like, just starts to spread everywhere it goes, starts enveloping the very highway that you're on, as your car goes with extreme speed right off the very end of this highway, which is just a big ramp. Stoobs, please roll flashy for me to see how well you launch off this ramp.
It's not my good stat. That's a -1.
It seems you learned no cool tricks from your skateboarding, and as soon as you fly off, your car just starts like going all wonky in the wrong direction. You get flipped upside down, one of the doors opens up, and you just hear boom, 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 and before you, the doors open.
Oh no.
And you're all just hurtling through the sky, just screaming collectively as you fly down, unsure of what you're about to smack into. And then suddenly, bam! You all slam into very hard ground, and you're all going to take 2 points of damage from that, I think, because it was very rough.
That's it. Okay.
Sorry, I meant 2 stress boxes of damage.
Oh dang. Okay.
Oh.
I'm at 3 now.
Does that mean we tick
Oh,
the
boy,
middle one,
guys.
or do we tick 1 and 2?
Tick 3 and 2 if it's available.
Oh,
Otherwise,
3's not available. For me.
then Roz, please take a moderate consequence.
I already have one.
So this is new. Okay, cool. Good to know. So, Rosalind, you are having the time of your life. Everything's exploding. There's flames everywhere. You're flying through the air. You're escaping some crazy, weird place. And then everything goes dark. And the two of you notice, after you kind of shake awake from your haze, that Rosalind's HP has been reduced to 0. And she has died. And I think that's where we're gonna end
No!
tonight's session of Awakened Pixels.
No, you're not.
Thomas!
Lies.
Thomas!
Lies.
No. I I look just like, do you have any like help restoring recipes? Anything? Where are we? Are we in Phantasm again? Are we still in this hellscape?
You're on a red island, and the island slowly consumes Rosalind's body.
No! I grab her! I don't let it eat.
She's gone. She disintegrates into pixels into your hands. And soon enough, your total car also absorbed into this red island. And soon, Tsunari being pulled into this red island, and soon you as well, Stu, slowly pulled in, dragged underneath. And you find yourself in a place between worlds. Tsunari, there's a sort of shift as a portal opens and many screaming demons claw their way out of it. You recognize that as potentially your only hope of getting out of whatever this place is you're in.
So, to try and help Stoobs get out, she's going to wade directly into it and start slinging her axe left and right. And then, as she's getting sort of overwhelmed, she yells, "I am the Techno-Barbarian Queen, and I have the power!" And her lightning just goes off of her axe as she starts striking into them again.
You fell many demons and lightning arcs between them, and you feel them dragging you into this portal, and then suddenly you're gone. Stoobs, you also feel this a portal before you, but this one is not the same. In fact, you don't even see Tsunari when all this happens. Though you do hear her amazing final words before she departed, echoing throughout this strange space that you're in. A portal opens up, and you feel yourself tugged inside. Everything goes white. And you are gently nuzzled by Sky the Dragon. Creator, are you okay?
I sit bolt upright and just start looking for Rosalind. If there's anything.
And that's where we'll end it for real this time. What is to
Oh,
become
you're
of
muted.
Rosalind? First death on stream. There it is. You're in a video game. There are probably many ways to overcome this, but for now, Rosalind's HP non-existent. They're gone. Did she die in Phantasma? Did she die between worlds? Did she die in that terrible place? We'll find out next time. Reasons to join us for next week's episode of Awakened Pixels. Thank you so much, everybody who joined us tonight. Sorry we ended on such a sad note. It happens sometimes, I guess. This game really went from just like flying high with tower defense to just strange, horrible, despotic place to spending some days in purgatory to losing a friend. So maybe next week things will be nicer. We'll have to see.
Will they? Will they?
I think they will. All right. So first of all, Shay, Foxy, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh my gosh.
Breathing life back into Tsunari again. May she fell many demon creatures wherever she ended up.
Yes.
They'll find a way to get your dinosaur back to you, I'm certain of it.
She has plenty. She's just going to beat her way back to Zendaya.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love it. Beautiful. Great. So that's our game, everybody. Does anybody have anything they'd like to say? Anything like plug before we say good evening?
Wow. Go vote, everyone.
Please.
We have 2 more days. So if you were planning on mailing in your ballot, that's probably not going to be possible. So you're going to need to drop it off at your local drop-off location
Drop it off.
or vote in person, which I unfortunately had to do, and it took me about 3 hours.
Oh,
So,
I got lucky then. Mine was
There.
about an hour.
Jeez.
oh,
man.
that's still so
I'm so
long.
glad there's early voting in California. Where you can...
yeah.
Oof.
So wear a mask, take a book, take your phone and headphones,
It's important.
It's very important. And stay safe. Stay safe out there, guys.
Anything else?
If I can,
Absolutely.
I'm Shay Foxy. I'm an illustrator, designer, lifelong GM and storyteller, author of an LGBT fantasy best-selling series, the Dakota Shepherd novels, beginning with Awakened, which is set in the same world as my game on Tuesday nights. You can find those stories on Amazon, or you can check out our website at darkspanebooks.com, where you can get the first of each of our diverse representative fiction series for free. And my illustrations are on deviantart.com/ShayFoxy, where I take commissions, and I'm on Twitter at ShayFoxy. And of course, you can find me on Twitch TV/ShayFoxy, playing Aralite Codex on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Central. And Monday night, we're going to be playing The Excellence at 8 p.m. Central,
Yay.
which is going to be super fun, super powered princesses in an awesome cartoon world. And you can catch me there doing Twitch sings or random art streams. Sometimes I do requests in those, so be sure to check it out. Come by and have some fun. And that's it for me. So agreed, go vote, stay safe, wear a mask, and thank you guys so much for having me, because this has been an
Of
absolute
course.
blast for a second
Anytime.
time.
Love it. Nevi, did you have anything you wanted to say before we leave?
Yeah, I guess that I'm in Madame Curio's, which is this week on Wednesday. So you can come see me play a sword who is turned into a human.
Hell yes.
And they were a very mean cursed sword, and they try their very best to help people, but most of the time they take it as criticism because it is.
That's so sad.
It's fine. It's fine. They're very successful in helping the people who listen to their criticism. It's just, most people don't want to be told they're bad at everything.
Awesome. So our music today was from Raw Music from the album The Black Dot, from Visitor from the album Song from Unmade World, and Song from Unmade World 2, Eric's Gift from the album Resistor Anthems, and that can all be found on freemusicarchive.org under the license CCPY. So thank you for that beautiful music. Right, that's all I have. Are we all good?
Uh-huh.
All right, then we will see you next week for the next exciting episode of Awakened Pixels. Let's see what happens. I don't know. Be sure to tune in.
Oh, God.
It'll
Good luck,
probably be fine.
Roz.
It'll maybe be fine. Yeah, good luck, Roz. And with that, good night, everybody. Take care. See you next time.
Bye.